If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh,
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it. Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still on the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive better more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side floor. Gucci get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the peak. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Hello, Vlad. Good morning to you.
Morning, Tobes. How you doing?
I'm good, buddy. Leroy will be here shortly. Mima needed a ride to the airport, and
okay.
these roads have been crazy. I was telling you, I know everybody loves when we start off with traffic talk, but I do think these things are noticeable to people. And I was like, man, this was kind of a crazy week with driving. I know there was, an unfortunate, there was like a funeral at one day for a fallen Miami cop. So that was unfortunate, but just in general, it's been crazier around here lately. Also, just every other day, and I was like, "Is it snowbird season? Like, what's going on?" Because I feel like the traffic has been better.
It might be snowbird season. We're in November now, so the weather's getting cold up north. Maybe
everybody's fleeing down here. Well, whatever it is, we are here. We are here with you until 2:00. We're happy to be here with you, and we'll start off this hour getting to our headlines, which are brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. Last night, your Florida Panthers got a 6-3 win over the Washington Capitals. It was goals galore as the game went on, especially there in the second and third. They played 1-1. The Caps were peppering Daniil Tarasov in between the pipes. It was a big day because the Panthers announced Game Ops announced their partnership with Chick-fil-A. And we love a good free meal deal around here. So we know the Heat have Heat win, you get free Papa John's. The Panthers have a new partnership, 30 saves, free 8-piece.
So that's why Bill Lindsay was going crazy in a third period.
It must have been, because I was like, he was already halfway there, I think, after the first period, Vlad. Tarasov, who got his first Panthers win yesterday as other goalie, he went out there and was able to shut down the Washington Capitals. 37 saves for Tarasov last night, and free chicken nuggets, I believe, for everybody who downloads, I think, the Chick-fil-A app. I don't know. You guys can look up how to do it, but I know that everybody gets free Chick-fil-A at certain locations. So check that on out. Panthers yesterday. Just keep rolling with the wins. But yesterday, the game was highlighted by some milestones. First off, you got Tarasov's first win. You got Rodriguez got his 100th goal, Evan Rodriguez, and he evened up the game at one apiece. You got those buttons up there, Vlad? All right, here was Evan Rodriguez. Doug Plagans with the call last night.
Reinhart, he'll gain center, dumps one in around the end boards. Loose here on the near side. Minkle, a sharp angle, tries stick save. Rodriguez in front, and he scores! And Evan Rodriguez ties the game with 11:07 to go here in the opening frame. It's 1-1. Minkle got it to the net. Rodriguez right there to jam it in from the slot.
Very happy for our boy Erod, a friend of the show, and he was able to notch that. There would be other milestones throughout the night as well. Cole Schwint, he would put the Cats up 2-1.
Now the puck played down to our right. Luostarinan back behind the net into the near corner. Out to the line. It's Forsling. Long drive. Tip. They score! And the Panthers take a 2-1 lead. 3:05 into the second. Gus Forsling let it go. And this one was tipped out front of Thompson. The Panthers have the lead.
I believe that would be Forsling's 200th career point. And then you had the man who's starting to heat up. You needed one of the Sams to really get cooking for this Cats team. And Rhino has started to get going. I believe he has 7 goals in his last 9 games. Here was his first last night for the Cats.
Verhaeghe tried to center, bounces out to Jones. Anton Lundell, right side half boards. Out to the line for Jones. Then a shot, and Verhaeghe stopped by Thompson. Rebound, they score. Sam Reinhart out in front, got a piece of it, and the Panthers have a power play goal and a 3-1 lead.
So a couple things been going for the Cats recently. You got Rhino is starting to get going. He's been going on the power play. Paul Maurice was very pointed his last time after the last game. He's saying, like, that might have been the most important thing because we've been, we haven't been exactly cashing in on those as much. But Rhino getting it going, and then the Rhinoceros himself, huge pair.
Lundell up the left side, lays one down and around. Far corner, Luostarinan in there against Sandin to hold the puck behind the net, worked out front. Reinhart a chance, and he scores. And Sam Reinhart has 2 tonight. The Panthers have a 2-goal lead once again. It's 4-2, 15:06 to play here in the third. Sam Reinhart from right out in front.
All right, so Rhino gets a goal. You had Seth Jones to add it to 5-2. This puppy looked over. The Caps would get one more. They pull the goalie. And then we have the milestone of the night as Brad Marchand, the Rat King himself, steps onto the ice. He's basically an honorary Finn right now. Sends it over to Eetu Luostarinan, who puts it in the net. And that, my friends, would be a milestone for Brad Marchand.
Carlson over on the far side. Marchand the takeaway. Backhand to Luostarinan. Luostarinan looks long toward the empty net. He scores. Eetu Luostarinan from long range. The empty netter, and that's 1,000 points for Brad Marchand, who picks up the primary assist on the goal. The Panthers take a 6-3 lead with 90 seconds to play, and Marchand's teammates onto the ice to celebrate at center ice.
Amazing. Brad Marchand gets it done. 1,000 points. What a milestone.
What a milestone. What a night. They all spill out on the ice, Vlad. Goosies galore, celebrating their teammate and his milestone. He becomes the 102nd player to do that in NHL history. And it was Goosies on top of Goosies. What a night for the Cats yesterday.
I'm happy for them, man. They're starting to get their groove. It looks like they're,
Starting to get them together.
Yeah.
Starting to come together. You get the news yesterday that, Chucky is going to be back on the ice in a couple of weeks. Maybe by the end of next month, he'll be back. We've been seeing some rehab videos of Barkey, but they've been needing somebody else besides Brad Marchand to get going. And it seems like you're starting to get that with Sam Reinhart. Other guys starting to get into the flow of things. A lot of nets, a lot of pucks on net yesterday. Starting to build that traffic again. Starting to look like your Panthers. All of a sudden as we roll on into this November of the season. Let's hear from Marchand after the game. This is what he had to say on hitting that milestone.
No, definitely not. I had a conversation with, some of the management in Boston or scouts early on in my career, and they said if you can get to 400 games, that's a good NHL career. It's one to be proud of, and that was my marker. That was what I was chasing for so long, and then it just. When you follow guys that I got to follow in Boston and you see the way they carry day in and day out, it doesn't become about, milestones like that. It's more about the next day and trying to just get better and better and better. And the way that kind of amounts, it just, the longer you spend doing that, years and years, they compound, and you can play for a while and good things start happening. And remember a couple of years ago, I looked and it was 800. I couldn't believe I had that many, and I kind of started chasing it from that point. But yeah, it's exciting. It's something I'm definitely proud of, and hopefully there's many more.
The old like to reflect. But
Dude, what else they got to do?
He's good, dude. I mean, listen, he's got a long career that he's got, and you saw yesterday they all showered him as he walks in the locker room. They're showering him with the booze, the drinks, the water. And good for him. He deserves it. An awesome moment for him yesterday. This was him on what the teammate love meant for him.
Yeah, it's exciting. I got to be part of it with Bergeron. And then on the other side, when Yager hit a huge milestone here. I think maybe became second all time. And it's just, you don't get to be part of things like that very often. I mean, I didn't know the stat tonight, but there's only 102 guys that have done it. And it's just, they're cool moments, I think, in guys' career that we all enjoy. I mean, we all care a lot about each other in here and are very happy for each other when they have success, and same with Jonesy and Hot Rod tonight. Like we're always happy for the next guy to have success and we all celebrate together. So it feels pretty incredible to be part of a group that enjoys each other as much as we do and as close as we are. And, it makes these moments that much more special.
Hot Rod and Jonesy each with 100 goals. So a Goosey's galore night for the Cats. Congratulations to them. Heat, they take on the New York Knicks tonight in NBA Cup action at 7 o'clock. Jalen Brunson out for the New York Knicks with an ankle injury. It's a grade 1, so they're monitoring him day to day. I don't know if he'll be ready by Monday when they come back to town, but he is for sure out tonight. Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero did travel with the team, but they did not. But apparently they just want to sightsee because they're not playing tonight.
I hate when they say, "Oh, certain players travel with the team," and then it's like, "Oh, because if you think of a particular city, yeah, I'm going to travel with the team."
Seems like somebody could just use more leg room. I don't really see.
I'm saying, did Tyler Hero start traveling with the team like a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, Tyler's been traveling with the team the whole time. So was Yakachonis when he was hurt. But no, don't get it twisted, Heat fans. No
Bam.
No signings tonight. No sightings tonight from Bam nor Tyler. We did see Bam in practice this week. He did some work, but we still are unaware about when he plans to be back, when he is back. Obviously, you want to take these are both lower body injuries, so you want to be pretty cautious with them. I will say on the Tyler thing, this was about the time frame, the first time frame we were told. We were like, oh, first Knicks-ish games. That's kind of when we were starting to peak. And I don't know where he's at. I know he's put some pictures on social media, but we don't really have an idea on how far along he is. The Heat have this game. They got a couple of home games back with Knicks and Warriors. Then they go back out on the road, I think, for Philly and Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. But we got to take a break. When we come back, I got a bone to pick because I'm still not done off of my earlier take. I still feel even more justified in the way that I felt earlier in the week. We'll take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, the Miami Heat are offering fans value deals like the $6 pizza deal, 4 pizzas, chips, and waters, a $4 hot dog deal, 4 hot dogs, popcorn, and drinks, grab-and-go stands on the 400 level. They also got $3 sodas, $8 beers, $3 snacks, and kids can enjoy $15 Bernie meals, the hot dog or chicken nuggets with a souvenir cup, fruit snacks, and a silicone bracelet. For more information on food and beverage deals, visit KaseyaCenter.com. Last night you had the Patriots continue to ramp up that record as they beat the New York Jets yesterday, 27-14. So the Jets did cover. Leroy did get that. They barely covered. Squeaked by. 13.5, I believe.
Man, it moved up to 13.5.
Yeah, well, at least the last time we checked. When we did headlines yesterday, I don't know if it squeaked down again.
Like 12.5.
Maybe by game time it got to 12.5 left. But when we were doing the show yesterday, it was 13.5. But Patriots win. They go and they improve to 9-2 on the season. So they are humming along right now in that AFC East. So we'll getting the Bills last week was cool and all, but this is also unfortunately opened up the door for the Patriots, and they seem to be humming along right now. The Dolphins in Spain, as far as injuries are concerned, Mike McDaniel, he says that Chop Robinson is out of concussion protocol, so it looks like he'll be good to go. He says he's aggressively optimistic about Aaron Brewer, who's been missing some time this week, and Rasul Douglas remains a question mark, although I think everybody was kind of digging Juju Brents last week and what he did at cornerback for the Miami Dolphins. So that's what you got as far as this Dolphins roster. Because apparently Champ Kelly spoke this week, spoke in Spain as well, but I haven't seen much of that. I haven't been able to gather what he told the media this week. But obviously he's not Chris Greer, so you're already off to a great start, dude. I think we're already all happy with Champ Kelly because he's not Chris Greer. And just don't sign injured guys, please. Really injured.
But do you guys want McDaniel back?
I'm still very skeptical, Vlad, to be honest with you. Like, no, and this is the thing is his teams have typically had these big peaks and valleys throughout his career. And you could tell me anything happens this weekend and I wouldn't be surprised. Like, you could tell me the Dolphins start a 4-game win streak and I'd be like, well, if you look at the competition they're playing, yeah, it's kind of there for them if they wanted to. They got this, then they got some time off. Then they got the Saints.
That would be 3 in a row if you beat the Saints.
And then is it the Jets? I think it's the Jets again. I think it's the Jets again, and then the Steelers. So, yeah, it is there for them. But then you could also tell me the Dolphins go and lose to Marcus Mariota this week. I genuinely would not be surprised of either result. I really wouldn't, because of how inconsistent they've been all year. It's such a strange thing because you sit here and you're like, oh, man, this team seems like it found something. It seems like when you beat a team in the Bills who you never beat and you're riding high a little bit, you're like, great, this is going to go fantastic for us. But then, we thought this way a little bit with the Falcons game. They kind of came out, they had their most complete game and they completely wet the bed against the Ravens. And against the Ravens, they've been a good team, but it didn't even feel like the Ravens beat you. It felt like you just completely spit the bit on it. Turnovers, mistakes. And that's the thing with this team that I just don't quite trust yet. And I can't trust yet. And I do think McDaniel has a hand in that. Is like, I really can't get a read on him. Normally you could say, okay, this momentum is there for you. But kind of true to how the Dolphins lost to the Ravens, it's a little bit how it felt like with how they beat the Bills. Now, I know there were some big forced fumbles, especially the one on Josh Allen. It was a great play by Jordan Brooks. But I don't know, man. I guess to answer your question, I don't quite have faith that he's the coach of the future yet, even though I think that the way this is leaning is Stephen Ross is going to try and make it work with him. That's the way I feel like it's leaning, because that's the way Stephen Ross always is. He doesn't like to be left out on an island and clean house completely. I just thought it would be Greer surviving, not him.
No, Greer, I mean, that's the body that everybody wanted. Okay, so cool. But, there still needs to be more bodies to me. And seems like McDaniel, if they finish 8-9, does he survive another 8
It's a great
9
question.
season? Because like if they finish 5-12, I don't think he survives. But 8-9 after the start, you could make a case for him, but that's back-to-back 8-9 years. You're not progressing, you're regressing because you were 11-6 2 years ago.
And here's the thing, and I think the Jets probably recognize this, and that's why they threw the grenade on the season. If you read the landscape of just the AFC East right now, the Bills are probably always going to be there because like you're always going to trust Josh Allen to win you double-digit games at least. And now you have the Patriots who, okay, now under this Vrabel era, this is kind of the first tell of it. They have momentum going right now. So are the Dolphins going to just kind of be cool with being the 8-9 third place team the next couple of years? Or do they also have to get into the game like the Jets of like, nope, we got to take our step back years? Because that's what the Patriots did. I mean, like the Patriots were the doormat for the last couple of years. And they revamped, they got their quarterback. And again, this stuff doesn't take long. It took longer, obviously, because of their reign of dominance. Like they had Brady, but they tried Mac Jones. That didn't work. Now they got Drake May. Obviously, it's working very, very good. So I'm still very skeptical he's the guy who can get this solved. I just think that he's too squirrely. He wavers too much philosophically in these games, and the discipline of the team is just way too inconsistent to trust. The one thing with Vrabel, it's always just like, yeah, you saw that in Tennessee, and now you're seeing it now. The guy just seems like he can get his teams rock steady, and then it's going to be a talent thing. But with McDaniel, it's like there is no rhyme or reason to it. It's that's the thing that I think everybody's frustrated by. Is like I can see them go out there this week. I can see him blowing out, but I could also see Tua having a bad game. I can see the penalties being there. It's good that Brewer's going to be healthy. It seems like if they can get this going, Austin Jackson's going to start coming back, and maybe you'll get some buys. Maybe you'll get Darren Waller back. Like, there's the most optimistic Dolphin fan could talk themselves into it, but I do think that there's a little bit of, do we want to do this? Like, do you want to be given this false hope? Do you want to be put in this spot of going on a run if it means you're going to have this inconsistent coach stick around? I don't know. I do think that people mostly like people wanted to buy into this team and they wanted to like this team, but I just think that they've already been hurt too much and they already see that it's so flawed. They just don't see the path here with a McDaniel Tua led team to really be a team of consequence. And so then you have to start asking yourself, all right, well, what do we do to get this all settled out? And I don't know the answer to that yet, but I kind of feel like they are going to win this week, which is going to leave me even more furious if they are terrible against the Commanders. That's going to be no starting quarterback for them, how banged up they are. No bueno if they can't get this one. Even with the international stuff and all the moving over, it feels like it should be set up for the Dolphins to get themselves a win this week. 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored brought to you by the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get offers on select models for a limited time. Learn more at Lexus.com. Take a break. Back with more for this. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, Leroy.
Oh, what's up? Hold on.
Okay. We'll wait on you. All righty. Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Where Sports Talk is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
Man, that traffic was not playing.
No, it's been crazy.
You can't. It took me an hour and 20 minutes to get in and out of the airport.
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, because there was 2 accidents, and people forcing themselves to merge, and the other person said nope.
Yep. Not great. Not a great day.
Yeah.
Not a great day. The Heat, they'll be back in action tonight. They're taking on the New York Knicks.
You want to do it again, Mush?
NBA Cup action. Well, I got to tell you, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to save this for when you're here. I feel justified in my anger, even more so, because the Cavaliers lost last night to the Toronto Raptors.
With everybody?
And yes, with everybody. Well, I don't think Darius Garland. I think he's still out. But the resters, let's refer to them as the resters. This Evan Mobley got his lunch money taken by Scotty Barnes yesterday. I mean, he absolutely got throttled. And so I got to be honest with you. I feel even more justified in my anger because you went through this whole thing of resting everybody to have them ready for this Toronto game, and you got kicked in the teeth. And I'm going to tell you this, and I don't do this lightly, okay? I don't do this often. Kenny Atkinson, you've got an enemy for life in me.
Wow.
Yup.
He's reached JJ Redick status?
He has an enemy for. I used to like him. He used to be very complimentary, very classy. But you want to know something? His little shell game of resting, reap what you sow. I'm glad you tried to manipulate a little runski here, only to get humbled once you got home.
Can I ask you a question?
What my point was. You played a little too cute, and you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So, yeah, maybe I have egg on my face for the Heat game, but ultimately I won the war of the take. And I'm telling you right now, it was stupid. I won the war. It was stupid.
You didn't win
I won the war. It was stupid.
Toby, you didn't win the war.
Nothing. And
Toby,
I'm glad you
lost.
lost. No, I won the war.
Toby.
I won the war.
Why? Look, Toby, who does that sound like taking victory from a fight he didn't win?
I'm telling
Tobin.
you. Ultimately, I won the war.
It's very Tobin-esque.
He won the battle. I won the war.
You didn't win the war.
Oh, I won the war, dude.
How did you win the war?
Because he lost the stupid game he was trying to manipulate you.
Tobin, can I ask you this? Would you feel differently if the Heat had won?
Oh, if the Heat would have won, there wouldn't even be a war. It would have been like you're a laughingstock now.
So
I'm just happy that he got his comeuppance.
What did I tell you? Leroy,
but that has nothing to do with the Cavs.
Leroy.
It does have to do with the Cavs.
Leroy, I told you this the day he started complaining about it.
We know.
He was only doing that because he has a fear that he's going to have a letdown and they lose the game, and then Kenny Atkinson will look like a genius for sitting his guys down and still beating the Heat.
Yeah, who looks like a genius now? He looks like an ass clown.
Well, you know what? He doesn't look like an ass clown on Wednesday night when his team beat you.
Very fleeting. How does he look the next day? His Evan Mobley, his 24-year-old who he needs to give a Widow West to in November. Well rested. It looks like he's absolutely fantastic.
There's going to be a lot of Heat fans and you talking about no Brunson.
Yeah, again, this isn't the same thing. Like, it's not the same take. Again, you're going to take on teams that don't have their full deck. The Heat don't have their full deck by now, by the way. They don't have Bam Adebayo. I hope everybody realizes that. So, and Tyler Hero. But that's not the point. Obviously, you're going to take on teams that don't have players every now and then. That's part of an NBA
Who cares
season.
why?
Well, I do. It's annoying. You're sitting here and you tried to gimmick the system, and it your face Wile E. Coyote style. So Look, this Kenny Atkinson has an enemy for life in me. That's fine. And I will hope for his basketball downfall. That's it. He's on the list.
I think I'm beginning to understand why Tobin has a thing for the Cavaliers and Kenny Atkinson. Last time you guys played him in a real serious game, prior to Monday night, they beat you by 55.
Worst defeat in the history of playoff basketball.
So the fact that they won this thrilling overtime game and then could have doubled up and won a second game, it would have given Tobin more reason to be like, last season is done with. This Cleveland Cavaliers team can't hang with the Miami Heat. And then what happened? They didn't play their starters, Spider and Mobley, they're all-stars. The Heat lost. Now it makes Kenny Atkinson look like a genius, which pissed Tobin off. So now that the Cavs lost to the Raptors on the following day, Tobin is going to come out, guns a-blazing, shooting at Kenny Atkinson. That's it. That's all it is. You feel justified, even though you did not win the war.
No, I won the war.
No, you didn't.
No, I did win the war.
No,
His whole plan was to go home and have his players rested to win.
You sound like the boxer that got knocked out, and he goes, "I wasn't even knocked out."
I won the war.
3-day
No,
war
I won
is
the war. No, let's make no mistake about this. I won the war.
So have you named tonight's game?
Have I named tonight's game? It's an NBA Cup game. We got to keep our lead. King of the Mountains right now.
Okay.
You know so that's what we got to do. And by the way, I'm not sitting here. I don't have any ill the Heat are gonna overlook the Knicks again. No, I think the Heat know they bleeped up. I think rare are the times that you actually hear from an NBA team after the game being like, yeah, we actually looked up. Usually they lie to you and they're like, no, we take everybody seriously. They're pros too. Blah, blah, blah. No, Norman Powell was like, that was a terrible loss.
Yeah.
Just flat out saying it's a terrible loss. Jaime Jaquez being like, we like the smell of our own farts. So I'm telling you right now, dude, I'm not worried. I think that they bounce back good tonight. I think that they do. But Kenny Atkinson, when I saw that, I was like, good. That's what you get for trying to manipulate resting a 24-year-old, only for him to spit the bit against Scotty Barnes. Way to go, dude. You really good job with your November rest.
I get it. There's a lot of hate for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I get it.
Man. No, this he could be coaching any team. This is for one man. I like Donovan Mitchell. I like Evan Mobley. I dig those guys. All right. I don't have any love for Dan Gilbert. He can kick the sharpest of rocks.
You don't have love for Darius Garland.
Well, I mean, he's in fairness, he was kind of a jerk to Tyler Hero. Not that he lied, but
wait a minute.
Not that he lied. He's just a jerk. It's not a nice thing to say.
Hey,
but was he speaking facts?
He was.
So sometimes the truth hurts.
It's kind of like two parking cones, making fun of each other. Be like, literally every team does the same thing to the Cavaliers.
You can't guard me.
You can't say that. If Evan Mobley wants to say that, fine. I mean, that makes a little more sense. But he has class, unlike this Kenny Atkinson, the manipulator of games. I mean, and by the way, let's not forget that he had a big tantrum the first game where he got himself kicked out because he just couldn't deal with it. He's like, free throws, man. So, no, he's got an enemy for life in me. He's right up there with JJ Redick. And congratulations to him. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
You're something else.
No, I'm telling you.
Hey, you're solo on this mission, buddy.
That's fine. I don't need anybody else on my mission. It's my list. He's my enemy for life. And I will wish nothing but bad things for him. Nothing to do with the Cavaliers. Just him. If he goes and coaches wherever, Greece, because he's not going to win the championship. Wherever. I will pray on the downfall of Kenny Atkinson.
You will pay another $30 to watch him fall?
Oh, yeah.
What if he becomes the head coach of Nico's team, the Serbian team?
Sorry. No, I'm going to root for Slovenia.
Wow.
Would never happen, but yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Change your look. Look at that. That guy is anything he's associated with.
I'll tell Nico, too. I'll be like, look, it's nothing personal, but I swore that he's got an enemy for life in me. That's it.
So wait a minute. So if they had beaten the Raptors, you would have not said anything, would you? You still
No,
would've-
he would have had some other little.
But you would have. Or you
But
would
no, here's. You ready? I
don't
already
have
got.
that
Wait,
it takes. Whatever happened, happened.
Vlad. I already have it. You ready? Oh, who is it more important to beat? The Heat or the Toronto? Like you saving them for the easy game. You don't want to play them in the hard
I
game.
don't know. First of all, I don't.
You would have had some. Oh my!
I don't think it has to do with these.
Right.
First of all, Toronto's been playing great basketball. Toronto's like 6 out of 7 they've won. And by the way, Toronto's about to go on a run because go look at their schedule. Toronto's about to probably roll off like a six game win streak after this. So no, I'm not. It has nothing to do with who you take on or who you don't take on or anything like that. Really? It was the idea that the entire thing of it is we're resting players in November for back-to-backs, and it didn't pay off. And
some teams rest players back-to-backs regardless. Yeah.
Well, that's stupid. It's a dumb thing. It hasn't paid off for anybody.
OKC does it with Chet Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren has glass feet. Okay, he's a special case. If you want to talk about old glass feet, Chet Holmgren, okay.
The Lakers do it with Luka
because he's coming off of a calf injury. He has a legitimate injury. Evan Mobley has nothing wrong with him. He has nothing wrong with him. He's completely fine.
Vlad, here's what you got to do.
Bro, I can name a lot of teams who've done this so far this season. Like this, and because the Cavaliers did it.
You've named a bunch of injured players.
Because the Cavaliers did it and won.
Right.
No, I was mad. Well, first of all, no, I was mad at it before they won.
You knew what was going to happen.
I was mad at it before they won.
Because you knew what was going to happen.
You can't come at me with that take because I was pre-mad at the take.
But you knew what was going to happen. That's the thing. You were pre-mad at this take because you knew that the Heat would let down, start smelling like you said, start smelling their own, farts, whatever, and they were going to have a letdown. This is an easy let-up game, an easy letdown game, which happened, and then now you got to come back as Wild Heat Coyote to explain why the Heat lost, especially after you was upset. Like you knew this was going to happen. We all knew this was going to happen. We all said it. You know the Heat going to lose now, right? And you're going to be upset when
you guys weren't it because you guys said, "Well, just go take care of your business," and you told me that I was being a maniac for being mad about it.
Right? Because
the point is, the bigger point is, he did all of this to prepare. The only argument for it was, we have a back-to-back the next game. We have a back-to-back. So shouldn't Evan Mobley have played his greatest game ever? No, he got stuffed into a locker by Scotty Barnes.
Okay, cool.
So
one guy did. What about Spider Mitchell? He had a great game.
Well, guess what? You need multiple great games. And honestly, I didn't even have a problem if he would have just done Spider, but he did it with the child. What does he need rest for? Rest! He barely can drive.
That was 3 games in 4 nights.
Oh, 3 games in 4. Poor baby. He's 24.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
This is unbelievable.
When the Heat have a back-to-back and they sit guys, how you going to feel about that?
Wait, hold on. Didn't Norman Powell miss the game?
Nah, he had a groin.
Norman Powell was injured.
He had a groin.
He was coming off of a groin injury. Stop making injured takes. If a guy is injured, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with him.
Hey.
It didn't work. Congratulations, Kenny Atkinson. I won the war.
It did work.
It didn't work.
He got the split.
Split? Nobody's doing that for a split. You're doing that for the sweep.
Evan Mobley's injury status, he's currently day-to-day, and he returned playing November 14th against the Raptors after being rested. He had missed the previous game for rest and was available. So he might have had some injury.
He had no injury.
Wait, Vlad.
He had an injury.
If he had an injury, it wouldn't have made his point.
Yeah, if you had an injury, you wouldn't have put rest. You would have put the injury.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
He's got an enemy for life in me.
I get it. I mean, it still doesn't, hide the fact you guys lost to the Mobley-less and Mitchell-less team.
Agreed. I'm not taking away my anger from the Heat. But see, this is the thing. I can compartmentalize. Trust me. And we'll bounce back.
No, you can't.
I'm just glad that, listen, I won the war. And I'm happy about it.
Why do you? I love the way when you get mad about something that's trivial, right?
It's not trivial.
Then you try and like make it sound like, no, this is a calmness. This is a reasonable anger that I'm having. And it really is.
It is completely reasonable. It's a reasonable thing, and I'm glad that it failed for him. He's a failure.
It didn't fail. He got a split.
Nope, it failed. He's a failure. He tried to manipulate, and it failed.
All right.
Just like when he gets to the playoffs, he fails.
D Sizzle said Tobin needs to be rested for too much petty.
Feel better now?
Yeah,
No,
I feel
he-
great. I feel
All
great.
right.
But it just needed to be pointed out. This guy tried to get away with the crime, and he was caught red-handed.
All right.
Not really. He got the split.
Split? You doing that for the split? Ridiculous. He embarrassed himself.
The problem is that here's the problem. He would have been cool with getting swept by sitting his starters like that, and you didn't oblige.
That could have been a 3-game losing streak.
Which is why he won the battle, but not the war.
Nah, he won the war.
He didn't win the war.
He won the war.
No.
He won the war.
He is a war loser and an enemy for life. We'll take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Get up to our headlines this hour, which are brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Kia or doralkia.com. The Panthers, they win last night 6-3 over the Washington Capitals. Sam Reinhart with a pair of goals for the Cats. Evan Rodrigues and Seth Jones also with milestone goals. Those are each their 100th career goal. But the big milestone yesterday, Brad Marchand gets his 1,000th career point on an assist to Eetu Luostarinan on an empty net goal. And the Cats are back at it tomorrow against the Tampa Bay Lightning. You catch any Cats last night, Leroy?
A little bit. Watched that stupid football game.
Oh.
I was like, the Jets came out and scored right away. I was like, uh-oh, what we got here?
You got nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing
I tell you what.
Except a 9-2 Patriots team.
That backup running back that New England is running with might be better than the damn starter.
Trayvon Henderson?
Yeah.
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 I can't say. I didn't watch any of the game. I really had no interest in watching Jets football on a primetime game. I prefer
the thing is about the Jets, when you watch them, they play hard. They're just not good enough. You know what I mean? And that's a good sign for a coach in the future that he's getting them to play, right? Mm-hmm. They're not really quitting on him. Because losing has an effect on you you would not believe. Week after week, being sore, coming in on Monday, doing it over again, being at the facility for 8-9 hours, and you just getting pounded every week. Man, that sucks the life out of you.
Josh Hart says, I'd love to have Mac Hollins. You need more of those guys on the team. They just pump you up. With him
no
showing up
shoes,
with his no shoes. No thanks, dude. They had him. They weren't very good with him.
Oh, you guys had him?
Yeah.
Mac Hollins, yeah. He was on the Dolphins. He caught the Fitzpatrick miracle play against Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he was mostly a special teams guy. He was mostly he was mostly a special teams guy. I'm not a fan.
I'm just trying to figure out, and this is how I, look at things. He wasn't good enough to play for this team, but everywhere else he goes, they plug him right in.
He's a Neanderthal. So
he played. He's just like, I don't think the Dolphins were like dying to keep him. They were like, yeah, we're cool. We got Tyreek Hill. We're good. And
he's the AFC East guy. He's played for the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the Bills. He's just a jet away from playing for every team.
Yep. But yeah, I did not watch that game. Baseball, Aaron Judge was named the AL MVP. He edged out Cal Raleigh. It's his third MVP in 4 years.
Man. The big dumper. Do you have to sometimes get it because of the success you had at the position you play?
Yeah.
Because him to hit those home runs at catcher. No. Yeah.
It was a very close race. It was like 2 votes away. It was
2 votes away from being a tie.
It was a super, super tight race between those guys. Both of their teams were very good.
Sounds like an East Coast, West Coast thing.
It was a very tough battle. I mean, Aaron Judge won the batting title with hitting 55 home runs.
Yeah,
53 home runs.
53 home runs. Yeah, I think most home runs with winning the batting title. Like, he had a really great season.
Led the league in intentional walks. It's a major league record.
It was not a hard decision in the NL. Shohei Ohtani.
Of course.
That's messed up. Schwarber led the league in home runs.
Oh, well, pitch.
So here's the thing. If you're not upset with Schwarber losing to Ohtani, you can't be upset with Judge winning.
Schwarber is
I'm not upset. I'm not upset either way. I'm just saying that the way they were talking about what the big dumper was doing all year, right?
Having a record for a position is still it's a much better argument than Schwarber. Like Schwarber, his literal position is hit dongs. Like, that's what he's supposed to do.
Ohtani did that too.
I understand. And Ohtani pitches, but I'm saying, like, the argument on the other side would be like, hey, if you're the only other player on the field you could say is as involved in Shohei Ohtani would be a catcher, and a great defensive catcher that Cal Raleigh is. It's literally like, it's probably the closest thing that you could be to Ohtani, but it's still not Ohtani, who unanimously won the MVP.
I mean, come on. What we're witnessing from that dude is like, come on.
It's his 4th MVP.
Did you see when
Aaron
he won
Judge.
the award?
What?
Did you see when he won the award?
I did not.
Instead of kissing his wife, he kissed the dog.
Well, the dogs will sneak in there. Sunny Bunny does the same things. She thinks she can get in there right away in the middle of a hug and break it up.
No, he went straight for the dog.
Well,
Hey.
some people love their dogs. By the way, the Marlins are apparently snooping around Mike Yastrzemski.
Yaz's grandson?
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds like
snooping around.
Snooping around. They're snooping around. The word is the fish bites.
Wait, are they shopping at Dick's or are they shopping at Temu?
Apparently the buzz is, and this may just be because I don't know if the Marlins are worried about a strike, and maybe Bruce Sherman thinks I'm going to get a year off of paying these guys anyway. So maybe he's like, I might as well pay this year. Maybe I'll pony up for it. They really need they need to boost up the corner spots with some type of bat. It's the biggest need. It's that's what they got to get to. But
they probably should get a catcher and move that catcher to first base.
Maybe.
If he can hit.
Still young. I think they want to try and work it out. We'll see. But I agree with you. He wasn't very good last year at catching for a catcher.
Right. Which, I mean, keep in mind, back in the day, if you played catcher and shortstop, your main focus was on the defensive side. Now everybody's hitting. So, like, we sacrifice some fielding for a few more ding-dongs.
I started watching that A-Rod documentary that just debuted on HBO Max. Very good. It's very good. And Jeter and him don't like each other very much.
I mean, think about this, and I'm gonna look at it from Jeter's standpoint. I've done everything right. I was a consummate professional leader, handled my business on and off the field, never been caught up in anything, right? And then you see all the praise that A-Rod gets because he has basically a bigger personality. And you think that doesn't gnaw at him a little bit?
Well, he got mad at A-Rod because he took a shot at him saying
that's all it was.
He took a shot at him in a magazine, and so he was petty about it. And because they used to be boys, it was him and Noma and Jeter, and then Alex Gonzalez, like the greatest shortstops of the 2000s.
I think you're including Alex Gonzalez.
How?
I think you just included him.
Well, he's the greatest defensive out of all of them.
I get it.
I mean, the most clutch home run out of all of them. And he did beat Jeter head-to-head in a World Series. So I think people, when they look back fondly on the 2000s, they think of 4 shortstops. They think of A-Rod. They think of Nomar. They think of Jeter. And they think of Alex Gonzalez. So the best defensive one out of all of them. See, that defense is half of the game. He was better than all of them.
You are on what, bro? Are you on date? You gonna be in
What
Fort
do you mean,
Lauderdale?
dude?
You gonna be in Fort Lauderdale tonight?
I'm telling you.
Or are you gonna be in Doral?
Talk about the 2000s.
You say you're gonna be at he got 2 shows tonight at the Improv.
You're saying that that people don't go back and they think of the 2000s. They don't think of Alex. All-Star, champion, best defender out of all of them.
If we're thinking,
most clutch home run out of all of them.
We're talking about the shortstops.
Yeah. Nomar never won. A-Rod, I mean, took him forever to just get one.
And Jeter ran things. Okay?
Jeter ran. Hey, listen, no one's saying Jeter ran things. I mean, he was basically he was basically a first baseman playing shortstop.
Is this great? Wait, of all those shortstops, Vlad, of all those shortstops, though, wasn't Jeter the worst fielder?
Oh, 100%.
I mean, that's what they said, but I mean, he has gold gloves. So,
those were paid off by Rawlings.
Paid off. See,
it's a paid off.
So I guess Alex Gonzalez's gold glove was paid off by Rawlings as well.
I don't think he ever won a gold glove. I think it's one of the biggest snubs of all time. It's ridiculous. He was the greatest shortstop of the 2000s.
Tobin. Do you get up in the morning and drink your coffee black?
Yeah, I do.
With 3 tablespoons of petty?
I'm not petty about it. I'm telling you the facts.
Dude, this show should be labeled.
Dude, I'm telling. Can I tell you?
Tobin's petty against the world.
I'm not petty. I'm just telling you right now. Alex Gonzalez could play shortstop better blindfolded than Derek Jeter could. Like
could he hit?
Well, he did have a pretty big hit when he beat Derek Jeter in the World Series.
That's a hit.
A hit.
The hit swung the series.
Oh my God.
Swung the series. Is there a debate about that?
Yo, he was
Derek Jeter is so bothered by it, he fired all of the Marlins
tell you
when he
this.
took over as owner.
I'm ranking the top 25 shortstops since 2000.
Mhm.
Jeter,
Right.
Rodriguez,
Mhm.
Jimmy Rollins,
Oh, he was good.
Edgar Renteria.
Jimmy Rollins, though, more mid-2000s, 2010s.
He said 2000s, dude.
You said 2000. That's what you said.
I meant early 2000s. I mean,
No,
I think
no.
I was talking about the period of like 99 to 2010. I think that decade, if we're talking a decade of time,
Gonzalez
we talk about
we
A-Rod, Nomar, Jeter, Alex Gonzalez.
No, he's not even mentioned.
Well, that's
Miguel
just wrong. It's just wrong.
Wasn't better than Miguel Tejada.
Miguel Tejada had to move positions because he ate himself at a shortstop.
He wasn't better than Omar Vizquel.
Defensively, only guy who could hold a candle. But again, I kind of lean more 90s to Omar Vizquel. So you're going to have to excuse me. I believe he's disqualified.
No,
Wait.
he's not.
Tobin, you do realize the list says 2000.
Where is this list from? It's not Tobe's list.
Sports.
It's not my list. I'm telling you. Like this is.
Give us your top 5.
I just gave you my top 5. I don't need a top 5. We do top 4. Top 4 is Nomar, A-Rod, Jeter, Alex Gonzalez. That's the list.
And so you
and Jeter was I will agree. Jeter more winning than all of them, but he basically got to stay a shortstop because you didn't want to hurt his feelings. A-Rod was a better shortstop on his own team. He was a better shortstop on the same team.
You could have told me Hanley Ramirez.
Oh, Hanley was a terrible shortstop. He was a terrible shortstop, kicking the ball all over the place. No way, dude. Better hitter, maybe all around. But I'm talking about all the tools, all the winning, leading to winning, best double play partner of all time with Luis Castillo. Listen, I mean, you can scoff at it all you want.
No.
Nobody played shortstop better than Alex Gonzalez.
I'm not going to take away your 2003 joy, man. I'm not going to take.
You don't have to. I mean, it's forever.
Nobody's going to take that joy away from you. But you saying that Alex Gonzalez is like a top 4.
That's what we think about.
Top 4 shortstop.
Who's we?
People, baseball fans. You. If you're talking about,
own it.
On what?
It. Don't say people. Say
On
me.
what? I'm telling you, me and people.
No.
If we're talking about, hey, you're putting a hitter at shortstop, you could put other guys there. You could put, Jimmy Rollins was great, but I think more late 2000s with him, 2010s. That's his heyday. Once the 09 Phillies really took over and they won the World Series, that's kind of his era. Before that, though, I got to go with Alex Gonzalez. Sorry,
the man batted 245.
Batting average, and you know what?
157 home runs, 690 RBIs.
How many runs did he save, though? Nobody was a better defender than him. Nobody.
And the funny thing about it is, there's some geek who probably can come up with the numbers that, runs saved by shortstop.
Probably
a WAR.
Nobody better than him. Nobody
wins above shortstop, something to that effect.
You probably could. I like to use what I like to call the old Tobe's eye test, and I'm telling you right now. Look,
Tobe's got cataract.
Those 3 guys were really good. Nomar, A-Rod, Jeter, but don't forget about Alex Gonzalez. And only one of them beat Jeter in a World Series, straight up. And if you're talking about one of the greatest winners of all time,
the other 2 played in the same.
Well, that's unfortunate. Sorry.
In the same league.
Sorry. That's. I mean, if we're gonna play, are we gonna do caveats or are we gonna do facts?
That one time he went to the postseason, huh?
Yeah, 1 for 1. They always talk about Michael Jordan 6 for 6 in the World Series or 6 for 6 in the NBA Finals.
That means he went to more than one NBA final.
He went to more than one, but Alex Gonzalez wasn't his fault. I mean, like if Alex Gonzalez had better support around him, he definitely would have made more World Series.
I can't believe you.
What? This is what people think about. I don't think this is a big slight. Nobody was better defensively than Alex Gonzalez. He belonged. If we're talking just pure hit, okay, listen, those guys have arguments over him. They have arguments. I mean, Derek Jeter. If you basically balance Jeter's hitting and Alex Gonzalez's defense, you'd have the greatest player. You have a player better than A-Rod. But we don't. You had old stone hands in the Bronx, and you had the smoothest hands of all time down in Miami Gardens.
This is
not to mention the clutch gene. I mean, clutch for clutch, they're clutch, right?
He had a
Like,
clutch hit.
he basically, let's be
He
real
had
about it.
a clutch hit.
Let's be real about it, though. If Alex Gonzalez was on Derek Jeter's Bronx Bombers, they probably win 5 World Series. He would have been Mr. November.
They
If
did
he-
win 5
if
World
he
Series
had
with Jeter.
Tino
They
Martinez,
did.
Scott Brocious,
Wait.
Jorge
Except
Mariano Rivera.
except for the fact they did
Did win
without
Right,
him.
right. That's what I'm saying. Well, no. He won one in the late 2000s. We're talking strictly early 2000s.
He won in 2008. It doesn't matter. It's 2000.
I'm telling you right now, dude. The 90s were the 90s. We're talking about just the 2000s.
As a matter of fact, if you really think about it, the Yankees only won 96, 98, and 99. So they only won 2 World Series in the 2000s.
You're making my point for me. So I'm saying right now, if we're going to just go in Alex Gonzalez's heyday, which is the 2000s and on, Derek Jeter's only got 1 more World
But
Series.
you
than
said
him.
early 2000s.
Right. So then we're saying
You can't say
so
2000s.
if we're saying so you're making my point for me again.
No,
Hey,
you just-
I'm saying now we're
just
even
jumped
on World
up on-
Series. The
Glad-
2000 World Series,
You
which
just
was the
stumbled
Subway
on this
Series,
point.
wasn't a real World Series, and then the 2003 World Series, and then they would get the 09 way later on with CC Sabathia. Thank you, CC.
Oh
So,
my God.
Really, if you're making my point, great point, Vlad.
I didn't make your point.
Derek
That's not
Jeter,
your point.
Derek Jeter may be a better shortstop in the 90s than Alex Gonzalez, but not the 2000s.
He has 1 more World Series than Alex Gonzalez in the 2000s.
Kind of, but
No,
it took
it's not
way,
kind of.
barely snuck it in.
What do you mean?
Barely snuck it in.
in?
So all I'm saying
No,
is,
it's actually grand opening, grand closing. If you won in 2000, you won in 2009.
okay, so 1 more World Series. All I'm saying is, if you really look at their careers, samesies.
Oh my goodness.
This guy's unbelievable.
One batted 60 points higher. Probably
Yeah,
has 100 more home runs.
Yeah, and one guy had old stone hands out there and wouldn't move positions because of pride. Great winner.
Yeah,
Great winner.
Yeah, they continued
What a
winning.
guy.
They continued winning.
Just well, not really.
Yeah, they
It
did.
took him a while. Lot of losing.
It
A lot
took-
of Red Sox winning in there in between.
It took what's her name? Goldie Hawn's daughter to finally get
Kate,
A-Rod out
Kate,
of his
when not Kate,
Hudson?
Kate Hudson.
Kate
Yeah,
Hudson.
Kate Hudson. Took Kate Hudson to get A-Rod out of his postseason slump.
Yeah, he was really bad in the postseason.
Yeah.
You know what? You want to know who wasn't bad in the postseason?
Alex Gonzalez.
Alex Gonzalez, dude. Exactly. Take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2. Tickle Leroy's Fancy coming up later this hour. Got a tweet here from Matt who says, A-Rod, Nomar, Jeter, Gonzo. Thank you, Tobin. You're welcome, Matt.
Thank you, Tobin. Thank you.
No one's taking anything away from those guys. Just, let's not forget. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying. Dolphins getting set for the Commanders this week. 9:30 is your kickoff from Madrid as the Dolphins will look to string a couple of wins together here. Can we do this for the first time this season? Put a little run ski together.
Yeah.
Dolphins.
The Dolphins run at this point would be 2.
That's right. And I was saying this before you got here today, Leroy. Like we were talking about the game. I'm like, I don't really have a feel because I want to believe.
They've been so inconsistent to think they're going to build on anything at this point after what we've seen this year wouldn't be realistic. But if they do, then maybe we'll reconsider. That's about it.
That would help. If I could see consistency, it would be a big step for the season. I think there's reason for it. I think there's reasons you could be like, oh, you know what? The defense is starting to come together. They're finding their footing without Tyreek Hill now, finally. Jaylen Waddle's been playing good. Devon Achane's having an all-world season. But I gotta see it consistently. And that's consistency's probably been one of their biggest issues. Schmieden says Dolphins playing their way from the 2nd overall pick to the 14th pick.
Okay, now let me ask a question. One of the things that bothers me about this, supposedly what fans want people to tank, right? What are you tanking for? The Dolphins have had top 5 picks before. And in all the top 5 picks that they've had that I can think of, who moved the needle the most? None of them have been that long-term Dolphin that everybody thinks you should get with a top 5 pick. And I would say, who do you think is going to be available this year? Because the quarterback class was supposed to be strong until it wasn't.
Yeah, that's fair, but I think the thing that people would look to it and be like, well, the same guy's not picking anymore. He's been doing the draft for the last decade, and now he's gone. So you'll have somebody new. Well,
Right.
and I don't know if that guy's any good. I know that Champ Kelly today was, apparently he was literally pounding on the table about how he's going to make his mark and use this opportunity to keep the job. Look, best of luck to him. I'll tell you one thing I like about him. Doesn't wear a hat with his suit. That's a start.
Well, the other thing is that there's really no moves to be made at this juncture. And the funny thing about it is that when it's time to make moves, depending on what they do with Mike McDaniel, they might very well get a new GM also.
They might get a new GM. I
don't think they will, though. So here, if he's only been with the organization for 6 months.
Yep.
If they retain him and he becomes the full-time GM, is that someone new because he hasn't been with the organization as long as everybody else that has gotten that job?
It's somebody new, but it's not. I don't know if it's like. I mean, his previous experience is mostly the Raiders. I don't think it's like one of those things where you look at a guy and be like, "Wow, he's coming from a highly touted organization." It's not to say he can't do the job, but I'm just letting you know it's not exactly this hire that everybody I think is going to be like doing backflips over.
But
I don't know.
But who like, in order to do what you're saying, you would have to go get assistant GM or a player personnel guy and make him a GM from a team that has had success. That doesn't necessarily mean he's more qualified. It just means that he came from a place that had success.
Yeah, but that's kind of how it goes. Like, you usually like to see the guys who come from other organizations with success and see if they go. Like, it doesn't always work. Joe Shane from the Bills, it has not worked in New York with him. You know, he's But
right. So,
but it doesn't, but that's typically the way it's going to go is if you run a good organization, people are going to try and poach you,
right.
like that is how it usually goes. So it has nothing to say that Champ Kelly can't be the GM or that he's not going to be good. I just don't think that people know. And I think that the idea from the fan base is like, if this ends in 6-7 wins, Mike McDaniel doesn't deserve to keep his job. And this idea that you're going to try and again massage some things and maneuver some things to try and make this work when all the signs have been here that this doesn't work.
So
all the signs have been there. This isn't going to work.
So are you against, because Tua is going to be here another year?
Maybe.
Or they're not going to eat that money.
We don't know that. So like, I think if the season, let's say that if they go out and lose this week and the season goes off the rails, you can't say that everything's not on the table, that they wouldn't eat the money.
Very unlikely.
Okay.
That under any circumstance they eat the money. But it brings me to my question. If Tua is going to be here another year, then what would you think if they said, well, we're going to keep Mike here and get rid of them both at the same time?
I mean, I would get it, but it would kind of feel like you're going into a wasted lame duck season.
I mean, but both of them are.
Yeah.
If you bring in another coach and you have Tua, like you might as well keep the guy who's been working with Tua. Now,
unless the guy can get his team pulling in the same direction or have a little bit more consistency than Mike does. Mike's a little squirrely.
Right. And I've noted that the issues that I've had or whatever, but I also believe, look, I think they're going to keep Tua for another year. Right?
I think we got to have the year play out. That's one of those things where like it'd be silly for us to sit here at 3-7, Leroy, and they end the year 3-13 and think they're bringing Tua back because they won't.
Okay.
If you do bring Tua back and you had that bad a year, 5 wins, I'm talking a real stinker.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss all your fans coming goodbye. Like it's
everyone's but here the option, and here's a legitimate option. You could get rid of Tua, you could get rid of Mike, but you're going to be a lot worse next year because you're not going to have any resources to get any players. So just imagine this same team with a backup quarterback, a new coach, and no money. That's
you're going to go into some bad years. Like, I think that's inevitable. But we were talking about this a little bit before. Like, I think the thing that you're looking at with the Jets is they kind of recognize the Patriots did a couple of years ago, where they're like, well, we're sunk. We do need to revamp, and it took them 3 years, and now they are on top of the division with 9 wins.
But they never had to eat a $50 million contract.
No, because their quarterback was their first quarterback they picked was a bust. That's why.
Right.
Like
but
they still had to go. They still had to go in the toilet with bad QB play.
The only difference between that situation and this situation is Mac Jones never got to his second contract.
Yeah, but the thing is, bad is bad. Like, I get what you're saying with the contract, but like the whole point is, if you're going to take a step back and revamp your team, you're going to do that with a bad contract or without a bad contract. You could make your team realize it's got to take a step back to get your team back going forward.
If you're paying for it anyway, if you don't find an alternative to that position, then aren't you kind of shooting yourself in the foot by saying no? That when you have no other option?
It's going to depend on the rest. I really think it depends on how the rest of the season goes. I really do. Like, I don't think it's a fair question to ask right now, because if you're telling me, well,
you're making the assumption that they're definitely going to get rid of him, and they should. You're doing the same thing.
No, that's not what I did. What I said, you're making the assumption is you said flatly Tua's coming back next year.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, we got to wait and see. I don't know. So you're the one making the assumption, not me.
I am, because of his contract.
Okay, but we've seen contracts get eaten.
You've seen it once.
We've seen it be eaten. I did not say anything non-factual.
All right. Like, I just think to for people to like, let's be realistic about this. If you have no other option and you're paying for that money anyway, you're paying that 50 million anyway, then play him. So you would want to get rid of Tua, eat the 50 million, and not have a quarterback.
It depends. Like if his year continues this badly, yeah, probably because he's been terrible.
But I understand that. But
why would you want to play a bad quarterback?
He's having a bad year.
Thank you. You literally okay. Whatever. Fine.
But
you want to.
no,
do you want to put your katanas away? You literally said the same thing as me.
No, I get it. He's having a bad year. So my point is this: he's having a bad year. Is there a better option out there than Tua next year when he's just having a bad year?
I don't know. I don't know what the options are yet.
Right, but you're making determinations or suggestions before you.
No, but you are because you're saying for sure bring him back.
Yes, because of the 50 million. I got something.
That's not a good reason.
Okay.
Take a break. We'll tickle Leroy's fancy next. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to tickle Leroy's. Go around the Week 11 slate of the NFL schedule. Are you ready, Leroy Horde?
I am ready.
We'll start off in Madrid. Commanders, Dolphins, 9:30 a.m. The Dolphins are 2.5-point favorites in Madrid. Leroy, does this game tickle your fancy?
Yep. I'll be doing two things I love doing at 9:30. Golfing and watching football at the same time. Awesome.
All right. His fancy is tickled. Very good. At 1 o'clock, Panthers, Falcons. Falcons are 3.5-point favorites at home. Does this game tickle your fancy?
No.
Tight NFC South battle, Leroy.
No.
All right, fair enough. 1 o'clock.
Not tickled.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 6-3 take on the 6-3 Buffalo Bills.
Ooh,
Buffalo's
yeah.
a 5.5-point favorite. Does this game tickle your fancy?
Yeah. Buffalo could give Tampa 5.5.
Tickled.
That's what they say.
Are they playing in Tampa?
Oh,
Nope.
playing in Buffalo.
In Buffalo.
Playing Buffalo. Ooh. All right.
In Buffalo. Looks like it's going to be off 41 this week.
That's pretty
Wasn't it
good.
snowing this week?
Not at 41.
I think it was when they got back. I think it was. I don't know if it's going to snow for this game or the day before this game.
Nothing's too cold, but it's a little chilly.
At 1 o'clock, the Houston Texans, 4-5.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
My fancy is tickled. Fancy not tickled.
They've fallen off They've fallen off the cliff, huh?
Let me ask you this: so you won't watch Cam Ward play?
You wouldn't
They
leave me
playing Tennessee. Is two teams that I'll take
Cam Ward, right? You said
Huh?
you always see Cam Ward play. That's all you said every
Yeah.
time Tennessee's
Vlad.
been mentioned.
Vlad. That's
bad.
a stinker. I know what you're trying to do there, and I appreciate it. And I had previously said I want to see what Cam Ward is doing because I really like him. I like how he carries himself. However,
That
you
is bad.
playing Houston. That's bad. Whoa. Come on, dude. Hey, come on.
No, maybe
Fancy not tickled.
Texans are bad away. Maybe this is where Cam Ward gets his second win. Maybe.
Yeah, true. And
He better.
but keep in mind, I think I'm gonna be more tied into that Buffalo Tampa game. That seems like that's a really good game, especially when Baker ain't got no offensive weapons.
No, he's getting weapons back. Godwin
he-
is coming
I
back.
think isn't Bucky coming back
And
this week?
Bucky's coming back.
Buggy's coming back. Okay.
1 o'clock, the Chicago Bears at 6-3 visit the Minnesota Vikings at 4-5. Minnesota still a 2.5-point favorite at home. Leroy, does this game tickle your fancy?
A little bit. My
fancy is
just a little
tickled.
coochie. Coochie. Not three, just one. Yeah. I
-1 for making it weird.
I wasn't trying to make it weird. It was you two.
Doesn't say trying to make it weird. It just says making it weird.
I didn't say anything. Not an AO that needs to be pressed here. Yo, what was her name? Charo?
Oh yeah. It was yeah.
She used to say that.
What are we at? Oh, yeah. So wait, 1 o'clock. The Green Bay Packers. A little heat on them.
Yep.
They are 6.5-point road favorites visiting the New York Football Giants. Jameis Winston making his starting QB debut. Does this game tickle your fancy?
Is everybody playing at 1 o'clock? Holy smokes.
It's a big slate. There's only
Yeah.
two teams on the bye this week.
I'll take a little peek
My
at
fancy is
at
tickled.
Jameis because Jameis gonna throw for 400.
Better word choice.
Yeah, much better. What about at 1 o'clock? You in for a little petty watch, Leroy, as the Cincinnati Bengals visit the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are 4.5-point favorites.
Pittsburgh's a 4.5-point favorite.
Yep,
It's in Pittsburgh.
in Pittsburgh. They're 5-4. Bengals 3-6. Tickle your fancy?
Yeah.
My fancy is
Yeah,
tickled.
because I want to see, like, the greatest thing in the world is seeing the Joe Flacco comeuppance and the Joe Flacco come downings. I don't know when it's coming.
He just wants to see two old quarterbacks go at it one more time.
Yep.
The battle of the 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's how it's been, man. That is how it's been. And Joe Flacco got the better of this one last time. So we'll see what happens here. See if Joe Flacco can sweep old ayahuasca. Final game of the 1:00 slate, Leroy. The LA Chargers at 7-3 visit the Jacksonville Jaguars at 5-4. LA is a 2.5-point road favorite. Tickle your fancy?
How we feeling about Jacksonville?
I hate them.
Like I always feel about Jacksonville.
They're the most annoying team I've ever seen. The whole AFC South is annoying. You think after the letdown that they had against the Texans, because they should have won that game. That was a 17-point lead. They lost that game. But that's a long trip from Los Angeles to Jacksonville.
Right.
But your boy always has those teams ready to play. Harbaugh always gets these guys ready to play.
And they playing the early game or they playing at
they're playing at 10 a.m. their time, which is 1 p.m. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be more inclined to go with I go with the team in the tougher division that got to bring that heat every week. It's just called Sunday to them. You know, Jacksonville used to playing in that division. Yeah, I'm excited.
My fancy is tickled.
Yeah.
All right, late games, Leroy. Late games, 4:05. The Seattle Seahawks 7-2 take on the 7-2 LA Rams. The Rams are 3.5-point favorites. Is this game tickle your fancy?
Yes.
My fancy
is
tickled.
That division has been a lot tougher than I thought it would.
Then we have the San Francisco 49ers visiting the Arizona Cardinals. Does this game tickle your fancy?
Absolutely not.
Fancy
With you
not
there.
tickled.
The Leroy Horde Bowl, the team that stole the Browns versus the Browns. The 425 slate. You got the Baltimore Ravens at 4-5, trying to dig their way out of their hole. They're 7.5-point road favorites in Cleveland. Does this game tickle your fancy?
Yes.
fancy
I'll watch this. I just watch it because of the fans.
Why is this game at 425?
I don't know. It's a weird one.
Like it's a night game in Cleveland.
Pretty much.
That is weird. At 425, the Kansas City Chiefs in a divisional matchup take on the 8-2 Denver Broncos.
Yes.
My fancy is tickled.
Absolutely.
Kansas City's a 3.5-point road favorite at Mile High.
Is there a couple of teams that are really good that we just haven't accepted it yet? Right?
Yeah,
like Denver, Indy, right? Who else? That's it. Just Denver and Indy. Like you just
New England and New England.
In New England, right?
I'm not sure about Seattle. I think they're good.
Sure.
The great defense. I'm not
but,
sure.
But Seattle, when you look at, they've never really had bad seasons, right? They just been in the same division with San Francisco and the Rams. So, you know, they could kind of get lost there, but they've every year they beat those teams at least once. So they haven't been terrible. So to see them where they are is not as surprising as New England or Denver, even though everybody said last year Denver was on the right trajectory. However, I just I don't know.
Next
we'll
up,
see this week though.
Sunday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
Man Campbell's Detroit Lions visit the Philadelphia Eagles, Leroy.
Ooh,
does this game tickle your fancy?
Yes, it does.
My fancy is tickled.
This is ankle biting versus tush push.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And finally,
and you know how many teams have sent film to the NFL with them jumping that tush push.
Yep.
jumping off sides. So you know it's gonna get called. I'm just telling y'all right now, this is how the league works. You watch the first tush push, somebody gonna get called for jumping.
I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but Monday Night Football.
Everybody has to play on Monday night.
It's the battle of uniforms.
The
By the way,
Dallas.
did you like those Patriots uniforms? I thought they were cool.
They're fine.
Nothing.
Pretty neutral on them, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Monday Night Football. Dallas Cowboys at 3-5-1 visit the Vegas Raiders at 2-7. Dallas is a 3.5-point road favorite. Does this game tickle your fancy?
They got me because it's Monday night, but normally my fancy would not be tickled, but it's Monday Night Football.
My fancy's tickled.
Fantasy?
No. Fights in the stands.
Oh.
You got Cowboy fans versus Raider fans.
I'll be watching Heat Knicks. Boots on the ground.
Oh no, nah. You didn't even throw it in there.
Well, I'm not. That's
what
NFL.
time did it? Huh?
That's
NFL.
It's NFL is always tickle your fancy.
Yeah, unless it's not NFL season, then we mix it up.
Okay, I got you.
That is Tickle My Fancy. We'll take a break. Get you caught up with your headlines next. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Leroy, can we get a weather update from
Sure can.
over at Chill Zone AC, featuring reliably brewed AC systems? Make your AC great again. Visit chillzoneac.com.
Speaking of chill, it's been a nice chill in the air. It is mostly clear skies with a brisk breeze, about 10 to 15 miles an hour, out of the northeast. And I would say the temperature is probably between 75 and 80. But we got a few nice days ahead of us. And should be a beautiful weekend.
The golfer.
The golfer,
The
dude.
golfer, man.
The golfer, dude.
77 degrees. It actually feels warmer than the actual temperature.
So that means we got a little more humidity in the air.
It's like it's 78. The wind is blowing at northeast at 7 miles per hour, gusts at 11.
Man, he's got a power, man.
This guy's good. Humidity's at 60%, so it's a little warm.
I've only made one like last Sunday. Because, I usually get up in the morning, figure out what the weather's going to be, and then dress accordingly. Me, I'm not like one of those idiots that if it's 65 degrees, I'm going to go ahead and still wear shorts. I want to be comfortable. Like I had to play football half naked in 30-degree weather, with your arms in those little tights on, so I want to be comfortable when I golf. So I put on some long pants. And it was a heater. It was a heater. I mean, oh my goodness, was it hot?
The Panthers, they win yesterday 6-3. Get to our headlines here, brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. The Panthers win 6-3. If you guys missed it last night, the game ended with Eetu Luostarinan with an empty netter, but Brad Marchand got the assist, and that was his 1,000th career point. Here was the call last night on QAM.
Carlson over on the far side. Marchand the takeaway. Backhand to Luostarinan. Luostarinan looks long toward the empty net. He scores. Eetu Luostarinan from long range. The empty netter, and that's 1,000 points for Brad Marchand, who picks up the primary assist on the goal. The Panthers take a 6-3 lead with 90 seconds to play, and Marchand's teammates onto the ice to celebrate at center ice.
Amazing. Brad Marchand gets it done. 1,000 points. What a milestone.
Man.
Is there a person who played for an opposing team that you didn't like that ended up on your team and has had a better reaction than Brad Marchand? That's kind of like not even in basketball.
No, not of this. Not that one that comes to mind right off the.
It's almost the equivalent if Paul Pierce had got traded to the Heat, and then you start liking him.
You're talking about a player who was traded to like a rival team, and
traded from a team that, right?
Hold on, Dennis Rodman.
No, I'm talking about here, dude.
Oh, you talking about that? I just saw you just talking about in general. No, nobody here likes another player from another team.
No, but I'm talking about that Tobin Petty.
Yeah, I mean, like the most obvious comparison to it is Ray Allen, but Ray Allen was definitely the most likable of the big three in Boston.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like if you wanted to rank, he wasn't the antagonist captain. That was either Paul Pierce or Kevin Garnett. And
right, but if Paul Pierce or Kevin Garnett, is that about the same? Because
I don't think I could. Yeah, I mean, probably.
Right.
But I don't know. No, not one that comes to mind. This was Paul Maurice after the game. This was him on Marchand's getting his moment.
He's been so prolific over his career, and yeah, you know what? It's good for him to kind of have an experience at home. I think that's really nice that he gets to have the fans appreciate it, celebrate it with him. It's great.
he had a family there to celebrate it. They knew he was bearing down on this. He's obviously been red hot. As, by the way, has been Sam Reinhart, who had a pair of goals yesterday. Rhino's really getting it going for the Panthers. And then Daniil Tarasov got his first Panthers win yesterday. Other goalie. This was him on getting his first win.
Yeah, man, it's been a lot. Yeah, it's kind of tough, especially with a new team and you can get a win at the beginning of the season, and finally we got it. So I'm so happy and proud of these guys. We got huge milestones tonight, and just happy to be part of that.
There you go. Paul Maurice, this was him on his backup goalie getting his first Cats win.
And I think that that could be a really good thing for him, right? The adversity that you face, having to grind, winning against a real good team on a big shot night. So he didn't luck into it. First night we scored some goals for him. So we think there's more wins in him.
There you go.
Hey, so I don't want to call out Paul Maurice.
You gonna call out Paul Maurice? Why are you gonna call out Paul Maurice? He's a 2-time.
I thought when you looked up, we was on the same page with prolifical.
Paul Maurice said it or Tarasov?
No, Paul Maurice.
He's been so prolific over his career, and
he said prolific.
Yeah, you know what? It's good for him to kind of have it.
Okay, I take it back, Paul Maurice.
That's really nice.
He said prolific, but it did sound
like prolifical.
Yeah,
I was like, because I saw Vlad look up, and I wanted to just go, but he was still. we gonna rot in hell, all of us, because we ain't
Especially
listening.
Your false accusations after you messed up in Vegas.
I took it back right away.
Mm-hmm.
That was great.
So, hey, we wish the best for everyone, but just in case you slip, we gonna be on it.
We'll take a break here on the program. We'll come back. 15 minutes of heat. Back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Get to a little 15 minutes of heat for your ass right here. Brought to us by the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get offers on select models for a limited time. Learn more at Lexus.com. Heat back on the hardwood tonight. 7 o'clock, taking on the New York Knicks. So that is a 5:45 preheat with Solana and Tommy Tide to get you ready for all the action. If you're watching it on TV, it's on
Amazon Prime.
Hey, one of the first times for the Heat.
First time, yeah. Well, we get UD. I think D Wade's doing something with them tonight too in studio because I saw he put on some Instagram photos. So
where did they do the studio in New York?
I think they're in LA.
Or LA?
I think they're in LA because I think that's why D Wade didn't want to do the work. Barry Jackson reported because D Wade was doing NBC, and the reason
they wanted to hire him full time.
Yeah, and he's like, "You guys shoot where?" He goes, "Connecticut." He's like, So I'm pretty sure they're in LA. That's a great crew. I think everybody's really liked the Amazon coverage so far with UD, Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, and Taylor Rooks. And Blake Griffin goes in there from time to time too as well.
In between commercials.
The Amazon, yes, it's in Culver City. It's in Culver City, Los Angeles. Culver City, California.
Yeah, it's because everybody
Amazon is out west, right? So
yeah, that's everywhere.
No, but I mean their main
the main.
Yeah.
So you will get I think even for a national broadcast, you should get a lot of Heat stuff tonight, and should be a fun match. It was a great first game when the Heat and Knicks face each other. No Jalen Brunson tonight, but we'll see what the Heat can bring. Obviously, you want to see him bounce back. Jaime had kind of one of his first stinkers of the season last game.
Mm-hmm.
Jovic has been a very, very skittish. I saw there was some quotes that Ira Winderman printed on the hot off the press. Ira Winderman wrote this column about some comments Eric Spoelstra had before yesterday's game because we were like, oh, is the system, is that part of the reason for Tony? He goes, Eric Spoelstra shot that down quick. He's like, what? New system? He's like, that's ridiculous. Anything, there should be a system that should be right in Nico's hands. Fast moving, versatile. No, he's just kicking the ball all over the place. He needs to stop turning the ball over. All the time.
Those guys have fell off a little bit, but Kel'el has had a couple of decent games back to back.
He has. He's looked really good.
So
he's looked really, really good.
You love you some Kel'el, boy.
What's that to like about him?
Yeah.
I just think that this team needs him to be good more than any of those other players. Otherwise, they're gonna lose the rebound battle, and forget how many points you scored. The problem that they've had with other teams is the second chance points, second opportunity. So if you can get Kel'el in there to be some kind of resistance and get those rebounds, and just eliminate maybe half of those, you're in a good place regardless of how much he scores.
Robinson.
Now I would like him to be able to be a little stronger at the rim because
Mitchie,
Robinson didn't play in the last game.
Mitchie Glock is back.
So you got to imagine they're gonna go tons of size at the Heat. You got those big ass wings you got to face. You got McBride. You're gonna throw in the Brunson spot today, or
it's gonna be McBride and Mitch in the starting lineup along with Cat, Bridges, and OG. You're probably gonna see a lot of Shamet.
Yeah, Cat had a really rough shooting game the last time against the Heat. He was building a brick house against the Heat last time.
That's shocking because he usually eats Bam up every time they face each other.
Not that last game he didn't, but no Bam tonight.
There's one game,
No Bam tonight.
There's always one game, you can let the other person eat.
Well, I think that Cat's typical ownership has been because Jimmy Butler could never beat the Timberwolves. That was a weird thing. He always kicked the crap out of Jimmy Butler.
So now you're blaming this all on Jimmy. I love how you turn on your people.
He turned on me first. He told me it was going to be normal. Is it turning if you get turned on first?
Let me ask you.
Let's be careful with words.
When a man is the man you thought he was, why are you shocked when he does the stuff he's normally done?
And why am I shocked when people lie?
No. Does not listen. It's not lying if you know what was going to happen.
That's the definition of lying.
Yeah, but you fell for the lie. I wasn't falling for it. I'm like, yeah,
It's a lie. It doesn't matter if you fell for a lie or not. It's a lie is a lie.
If he's a liar and everybody knows he's a liar and he lies, he's not lying.
You're one of these idiots that
He's
believe in
being
fool me
himself.
once, fool me once, shame on you,
Yes.
fool me twice, shame on me.
So how many times
You told the history of Jimmy Butler from team to team.
Leroy, he said, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, right?
Yep, shame on you.
Chicago, that was the first
He
time.
didn't fool me. Had nothing to do with me.
But he fooled the NBA
it
and the
had nothing to
fans.
do with me.
Philadelphia, Minnesota, fool me twice. Philadelphia, fool me a third time.
Well, I'm not going to blame him for Philadelphia because they didn't re-sign him. That's a different.
Philadelphia was dumb.
Philadelphia was smart. They knew what's up. I mean,
They gave Tobias Harris the max.
But you can't put
You know
him. Can you put him and Joel Embiid in the same room without
Nah, they
him
love
calling
each
Joel out or something like that?
He loves Joel
they love
Embiid.
each
They're like
other.
best friends.
Really?
He hated Ben Simmons.
He was best friends with Lowry too till they got rid of him and he went. Them's the breaks.
No, I don't think he was. I mean, he did love Kyle Lowry. I don't think he was thrilled when it all ended either. But Kyle Lowry was old, Had to give him that third year.
I'm just saying, you of all people know how this was gonna go, and you fell for. I'm just gonna go and hoop. Okay. Then we got one-legged threes.
Yeah, well,
He went 5 for 7 the other night.
It's old news. Who cares?
He went 5 for 7 the other night. From 3.
Yeah, he had a good game. He had a good game. Amazing. He played a back-to-back. Kenny Atkinson wouldn't know about that. That's crazy. You see that, Kenny? The old
Wait. Why are we back at this?
Nothing. He has got an enemy out of me. That's all I'm saying. Norm Powell's been amazing, though, which, by the way, the Clippers just have to be killing themselves over. Enjoy that.
Yeah.
Free trade by them.
I just think they didn't want to get rid of him for free, and they didn't necessarily.
Well, you certainly got the great asset of Slow-Mo.
Doesn't even play.
Well, they flipped him. They flipped him for John Collins, and John Collins. Everybody thinks John Collins is going to be a thing, and he's John Collins.
He's been a thing. Like he's always been that piece, right? Ooh, if we can add some length, John Collins.
John Collins will definitely do a stint here. I'm whenever his contract, he's gonna do the homecoming tour down here. He's been linked to the Heat forever. There'll be a John Collins season with Miami.
There's certain guys that spend half of their career being a prized possession for somebody, right? John Collins is one of those guys. Then, maybe we could flip and a draft pick for John Collins. Like we hear it every year during trade time.
Poetry Love says Ware needs to be in the post, not at the perimeter all the time. Yeah, part of that has to do with the rotation, but I do agree. I think I would like them to get him a couple. Like I said, I think you feed the big man early. I think that always goes a long way.
That makes him do the other stuff.
See, tonight's game is going to be a factor in that. If he has to guard Mitchell Robinson, he has to be he can't let offensive rebounds. Like the Knicks, that's one of the Knicks' prowess is that they, with Cat and Mitch and Josh Hart, they can extend possessions. They can get second and third possessions. So that's going to be very important to get for the Heat tonight.
I'm with you. I can't really blame him for the rebounding over the last couple of games though. Like he's put up 34 rebounds the last 2 games. Like he's rebounded well. The other guys have got to pitch in.
Well, they're all standing out there by the 3-point line watching, and teams have crashed the boards.
That's the thing is like there's so many threes going up and they send everybody in because you think everyone's going to leak out to go back on defense, and then instead they're sending more guys from the wings to go rebound. It's kind of like a new wave in the NBA, and the Heat's got to catch up with that. They've done a lot of great stuff. There's no doubt about it. I mean, like, look, you're not going to be perfect at everything, but that's got to be something that's got to be, because the second chance points, because so many games the Heat feel like they got a grip on these games, and you allow these opportunities, and all of a sudden, boom, a couple possessions, the game swung back in the other team's favor.
You get that, you start getting that quick outlet and running, and those guys get caught underneath the basket, that'll stop that. Because remember before, you shoot the shot, get back, get back, get back. Now they crashing the boards because you ain't making them pay. If you start making them pay by getting the ball down the court and they standing underneath their own, and you get easy buckets, they'll soften up.
Yeah, until you make them pay, and that's just the
Right.
problem that he haven't been able to make teams pay enough.
Yeah, because I don't see. I hate to say this. You know who was awesome at this? Kevin Love. Rebound.
Kevin Love's
rebound,
great.
long, long pass.
I mean, he's a meme at this point, but when he was in his
what I
prime,
mean.
he's one of the best rebounders in the league.
But rebound and then quick outlet and then on the other end. So
No doubt.
somebody like that.
That's something, and honestly, that's a huge thing they got to get from Nico. Like, he's got to do that better.
Right.
Like, if anything, with this taking the turnovers, the shots are going to come and go. I think if you were Eric Spoelstra, you would just say, hey, like, what's the thing we can get out of you every single night? That's got to be that. That has to be what they're asking from him. And if that gets fixed, it would go a long way. So should be a fun one tonight. NBA Cup. You're fighting for it, dude. Point differential. I don't know. I still think it's kind of goofy, but whatever.
All right.
What does the court look like, Vlad? What do you guys got? You got like a blue court? What do you guys have for tonight? I haven't seen the Knicks.
Probably a court with a Statue of Liberty in the middle.
I don't know. It's probably
James Dolan's face in the center court.
Corny, probably.
Oh, is this your first home NBA Cup game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because then next week we play
the
Milwaukee.
Dude,
we lost to Chicago.
The one that's crazy is the Wolves. The Wolves one is it's like Hulk green, and it's like the lights, it like beams onto the players. They all look radioactive.
Who did I watch the other night? They had uniforms, didn't even look nothing like theirs. I'm trying to think of who it was. Was it who did
Yeah, we're gonna have the NBA Cup in the middle. And then in the paint, we're gonna have the cup as well.
But is it blue or is it just
It's
a regular
blue.
looking
It's gonna be
court?
blue.
It's
gonna be
all
blue.
blue.
Yeah, it's all blue.
Right.
And then you're gonna see the Madison.
It's a little weird. Madison Square Garden's so old school. It's a little strange.
I don't like when they changed the garden, but yeah, it's gonna be blue. I think they tried orange before. It was just look nasty with the basketball.
Yeah, they did the Heat had red last year, and they just put the red on the outskirts this year, and kind of like a goldish tan is now what they got. I'm like, that's much better.
Yeah.
Much better. All right. Well, we got that coming for you tonight. 5:45 preheat. 7 o'clock is your tip. Take a break. Mix things up on the other side. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is time for the mixed bag here. Hello, Jennifer.
Hello. How you doing?
Good. Why is it every time I say it the first time, it sounds like you're coming in from like the Middle East? Like there's always like a strange
She's
delay.
on mute.
Okay, how about now?
Same
hell was that?
That was same.
Really?
That was worse. You doing a
Really?
bit? You bitten me?
No.
That's what we can't ever have serious conversation because everybody think somebody trying to pull a bit on them.
Just a bit.
It's all Froggy's fault.
Let us get to the mixed bag. As you guys familiar with Chris Finch?
Isn't he the head coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Vlad, he is the head coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves. And you know how earlier in the show I made Kenny Atkinson an enemy of mine for life?
Oh, don't tell me he has a tag team partner now.
No, Chris Finch, I want to shake his hand.
Oh, really?
This guy's great.
Why is that?
Well, he was on the Zach Lowe podcast, or I guess Zach Lowe was doing a live podcast in Minnesota.
Okay.
And he had a thing or two to say. This was Chris Finch yesterday.
My wife was worried about me. She's like, "You're such a workaholic. What are you gonna do?" And I was like, "Watch how amazing I am at doing nothing." It was great.
I mean, I bet you 3/4 of these people are going to go home and do a podcast tonight. You know,
You're going with the anti-media tropes right out of the gate.
I mean, it'll qualify you to coach the Lakers. You know.
I like this guy.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Wow. Great. Wow.
Until Ant-Man's a Laker.
Oh, wow. Could you imagine Ant-Man and Luka on the same team?
Okay, you play around.
Actually,
okay.
I can't.
I can.
I don't think that's.
I can.
Wow.
That's a cheap shot.
It's a cheap shot. It's a pot shot. Old podcast boy over there.
Lakers used to be in Minneapolis.
Did they lose to the Lakers on an Austin Reeves game winner?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Still salty about it.
They'll remember.
Listen, Chris Finch, he blew out his knee coaching the Timberwolves so hard. Remember that?
He did.
Drake May has his Patriots at 9-2. His tackle, Will Campbell, got a hot take about him.
He's playing at an elite level right now. I'm biased, but I think he's the best player in the NFL. There's no game that we're out of when we have him. And, he's just, even though how good of a player is, he's an even better person and an even better teammate. So that just makes it that much more cool to, be able to share the huddle in the locker room and be friends with somebody like that. And, I just, look forward to the future and just continue to play with them and grow with them. And as we all continue to grow in this offense, and, he's got everything in front of him, and I'm super excited to be a part of it.
Good.
Hey, you know what that all was missing?
I mean,
Pow! Pow!
I may not be a smart man, but I
Yeah.
know if he is.
Right. Like he sounded like he just called into the Paul Feinbaum show.
Where he went to LSU. Where's he from?
Alabama,
I don't know.
Mississippi.
Well, Will Campbell, let's look.
He's from the South.
Go Tiger. Monroe, Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
Explains it.
Hey. Yeah, he used to hunt critters.
I felt like we were one
Squirrel
step.
stew.
He definitely has done an episode of the Gators with old Troy and them Swamp People. He's done an episode of Swamp People. He's definitely have to do an episode of Swamp People.
He everybody was talking about him in the first in the draft. They're like, I don't know if he's gonna drop T-Rex arms. And Vrabel's like, yeah, okay, dude, I'm gonna take him fourth.
That's crazy,
Troy
right?
Landry.
I don't know. He's got T-Rex arms. Vrabel's like, very, very cool. I'm gonna take him.
I'm always wondering about this. There's guys that don't look the part but play the part well. Why should they be downgraded because they don't look the part, right? So you say, oh, he's got short arms, but if the dude hasn't given up a sack, that means he working with it.
Go Tiger. He was one step away though from that's my quarterback.
Oh yeah,
dude, yeah.
It was a love fest.
Oh no, it's coming.
He was
It's
about
coming.
to go Bobby Boucher on him, man.
It only happens. It only happens when you lose 2 straight. Then you got it. Then you almost have to declare your loyalties to your quarterback, right?
Seth Jones, he got his 100th goal yesterday, but he had that focus on Brad Marchand. Happy for Marshy getting his milestone.
We talked about it before the game. We got to go out there for him. So when he passed to Lusty actually missed one. Was it last game? Where were we last game? Vegas. I think he missed a couple of 10-headers last game. So he got the one tonight when he needed it.
There you go. Everybody went crazy for him.
Yep.
Everybody went crazy for him. Aaron Judge just won his 3rd MVP. And this was him discussing that milestone.
All over the years, I think just try not to take it for granted. You know, every single year I get a chance to play in New York and wear these pinstripes and play for this great franchise. I just try not to take any of it for granted. You know, every year is so different. Every year is so special. You know, we're going to have a lot of great years, but, you know, our ultimate goal is to go out there and win a championship every single year and bring it back to the city. And, you know, that's what drives me every single year, you know, especially the young guys we keep bringing up. We're having great seasons. You know, Ben Rice came out, had an excellent season for us and is going to continue to prove this next season. You know, the veteran players that we bring in to kind of complement us has been special. So for me, it's just really not taking anything for granted and just appreciate every moment.
Get to it, New A-Rod.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's all beautiful, everything he said, and I agree with him. But Yankee fans are petty too. Tobin's right. Got to win the ring. Got to win the ring. Come on.
Hey,
weird thing was,
but here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Got to win.
Same thing that happened with Jeter. Regardless of what happens, the fall guy is gonna be Giancarlo.
I don't think
Because
so.
he's always hurt.
No, Giancarlo
Because
love Giancarlo.
Here's the thing: is this was the first playoffs that Judge actually hit and nobody else did. But the previous playoffs, it's always
Giancarlo.
Stanton who hits, and it's
Yeah.
always Judge
Okay.
who poops the bet.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though Judge is the
So
cap,
you can't throw him under the bus without throwing your own guy under the bus.
And those are 2 big guys to be thrown under the
Yeah.
bus.
I mean, can you imagine somebody 6'6" and 6'8" back to back?
it's a lot of height.
A lot of strength.
Yep.
They can't pitch though.
Nope. That almost killed the Dodgers. The only thing that saved the Dodgers was they could just run through all their starters.
Where's my violin? What are they gonna do? Go pay another $300 million? What do they got? Poor bastards. Didn't I see there was the owner already made back the Shohei money? They're like, oh yeah,
yep,
$700 million. We made that back already, dude. Dolphins. They are getting ready for the Commanders, and the big thing that is important is 1-0 without the Papa Shot hoop. And Jordan Brooks, it has been revealed that he was the culprit. He was asked about it yesterday.
Jordan, I guess Jaylen did put you on the spot. Last time you said you didn't want to talk about it, so you could just say no. But is there anything you are willing to share about the removal of the Papa Shot now at this point after it led to a win?
No comment.
All right. Sounds good.
Like what?
Very good. Okay, moving on.
Like, come on, dude. Just because you smile and asking the question don't mean it ain't, you know. When you ain't want to tell us last week, but now that you won, you want to tell us? No.
Do I look like I want to tell you? Jaylen Waddle. He has been putting up big numbers without Tyreek. Tyreek, by the way, changed his Instagram. Well, let me make sure this is real. I don't want to get fooled by the internet. But I'm pretty sure I saw this on one of those Twitter accounts. And Tyreek Hill, hold on, Cheetah. He can't put his real name on Instagram. Cheetah put unemployed.
I mean,
as his bio.
He's not.
But he's not.
He will be.
Well, yeah.
He's also unfollowed basically everybody on Instagram too.
Really? Even Mike McDaniel? Because he bigged him up after the
He
troll
did.
job.
He did give a lot of love to Mike McDaniel, but it says unemployed. Either way, Jaylen Waddle was asked about his numbers since Tyreek Hill's gone down, and here's what the Penguin had to say.
what we went like 1-3 over the last month. What did 1-3? 1-3. So I mean, I kind of go with how the outcome of the game come. It's not individual. Like success is always about team wins. So looking at it, it's been highs and lows.
Man, I love that from Jaylen Waddle. Not here for numbers, here for wins. Leader. Take note, Tua. No talk of meetings.
I mean, the fact here's the deal. When you do stuff like that and you say it's for us, then leave it amongst us. Right? Like once you start sharing to everybody else what you're doing, you're just trying to save face to let people know hey, we doing something. We trying. But it comes across as being insincere.
I like it. Insincere, not insincere. It's a good answer. That's all I'm asking for. Good answers.
All right.
The answer is, what's our record? 1-3 on the stats. That's a leader's answer. That's what the Penguins out here saying. I like that. I don't care if it's phony or not. I need to be filled with some phoniness after this year. Terrible. With papa shots and firings and everything that's gone down this year. Could use a little bit of a rah-rah cliche answer. I mean, not to that Will Campbell's level. I mean, he needed to get a room. But I think I think that was about that was gold. That was just right from the Penguin. I like that. Anyway, that's the mixed bag. There you go. Chris Finch, though, dude. Hey, listen, next time I see you when you come down here, finger guns. Little you. Great answer.
Say finger guns.
Good job, dude. That JJ Redick. You think this JJ Redick's going to lose his mind?
No, he's going to remember, and they're going to put 50 on him.
We'll see. Maybe. I don't know.
But you could talk trash if you eliminate a team out of the first round of playoffs, like you did like the T-Wolves did last season.
I do think there's just a level of people that are like, really? This guy got a job? What was he doing? Doing a podcast? I'm Chris Finch. I'm grinding to get the job.
But to be honest, you got to admit, he's doing a good job as a head coach.
He's doing fine. He's got Luka Doncic, What a great adjustment. Luka, go do Luka stuff. Thank you, brate. Great coaching.
Go do Luka stuff.
Great play, coach.
How do we want to coach him?
So what do you think Rick Adelman's son is not a good coach because he has Joker?
I don't think he's not a good coach, but I don't think I'm not.
Stuff?
Yeah, I do think that's what he does. Joker basically almost went to the finals last year without a coach. He basically, you guys get rid of my champion coach? Cool, doesn't matter. I'm the Joker.
So then, I mean, we could say that about every head coach with a great player.
You could.
You think who's the coach of OKC?
Daigneault?
Yeah, you think Daigneault is
that kind of proves the point, does it not? You don't even know his name. Exactly. As a champion.
But does that work? Doesn't that work with all like superstars of that level?
Sure. But I mean, mostly podcast boy over here. We all know he's sitting there for his podcast.
I mean,
he
does have the most intangibles.
He does, and also
who?
JJ Redick.
JJ Redick.
Oh,
close.
Yeah.
It's close.
Okay.
Close.
Laravia. Who saw that coming? Take a break. Get you caught up with your headlines. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Let's get to our headlines brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. Miami Dolphins are in Spain. They are getting ready for their Week 11 matchup against the Commanders before they go on the bye next week. Kickoff Sunday is set for 9:30. Game Day Uncensored gets going at 7 a.m. So tune on in for that. The Hurricanes are taking on NC State tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. The Canes are, last I checked, 14.5-point favorites in this one.
I mean, they making them favorites like they top 12. I don't know. I think if they want to have any type of run, they better start getting off the quicker starts.
They got to win every game by like 28 points or more.
Yeah, but they got to just start. Look, Vlad, regardless of who they play, these slow starts, when you think you could just turn it on or crank it up when you have to, this from the coaches to everybody. Sometimes you give a team hope.
Well,
and so this is what's happened in the 2 games that they lost. The other team kept it close because you were slow out of the gate. Then they start getting confidence, and then you end up losing or running out of time or going into overtime or whatever. So you got to start. Listen, this is where we are. This is what we have to do. We have to be impressive. But the way to be impressive is you got to prove to these people selecting that you're not going to start off slow like this every week. Because if I match you up against any other top 12 team and you come out of the gate slow like this, you're probably not going to win.
The big news yesterday that was floating around, and that was official. Keontae Scott's going to be out for the Hurricanes, so they lose a big-time player for them in the secondary. I think he's Pro Football Focus's top-rated cornerback in the country this year. So not great. Fletcher's going to miss this game too. So Canes got some big injuries to deal with.
Why is Fletcher missing? Just swole. It's swole.
Tired of every carry being up the middle. I don't know.
I mean, like there could be some nuance to it. Like you can still run the ball downhill and be creative with it. And I think that's the thing that frustrates me that people don't understand. You just look at it as why you run the ball up the middle, right? But you can run the ball up the middle with traps, with counters, with tosses. Now they run a toss counter. There are teams that are very creative with getting the ball downhill. The fact that you are going to be almost arrogant to the point of we going to do what we do. And I'm not saying this team isn't good, but they ain't that good. Right? They're not that good. They're not to the point where you just dominating everybody. So there has to be some nuance to what you do. That's offensive football. And there's a couple of coaches in town that seem like they're off on that.
I would like to see a full complete game from them. It's not
just a quicker start. Stop. See, they start the game off.
But we've seen both. I mean, we've seen quick starts, slow endings. We've seen slow endings, quick start. We really haven't seen like that.
Quick start is better. Quick start is better because you're dealing with 18 to 22, 23-year-old kids, and you need to give them confidence. You don't want them going into a game and saying, man, how are we in the game with this team? And then next thing you know, they make a couple of big plays. And now you're wondering, how did we just lose? You need to build confidence with your own guys, letting them know, because you don't want them going in the second half and go, here we go with another run up the middle. This crap ain't working, right? You don't want that on the field either.
The Heat, they're back in action tonight. They're taking on the New York Knicks at 7 o'clock. You can hear that game right here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Jason Jackson will have your call on the Miami Heat audio experience, and Tommy Tig and Solana will get you going with preheat. Our coverage gets going at 5:45, and Asia Wilson, she was on Good Morning America today, and of course talking about Bam Adebayo.
Ironic. What a coinky dink.
What she
happens to be at Good Morning America set studio in New York.
Schedules line up.
And the same time, her boyfriend, who's not playing, but her boyfriend's team is in the Miami Heat's playing the New York Knicks.
She travels with them.
Does she travel to Minnesota?
I think she travels everywhere.
Does she travel to Salt Lake City?
They were joking the other day about they said Bam's always packing for two. Like, I think she goes everywhere with
She
them.
goes to Charlotte. There's certain cities that the girlfriend.
She's
might
from
not be
North
traveling.
Carolina, probably wants to show some things off, but does she go to
She's not going to Salt Lake.
I don't know, Great Mountains.
She ain't going to Sack of Tomatoes.
She said
she don't have nothing to do right now.
She ain't got nothing to do. She ain't going to Sacramento.
She was in the dog pile with the Wiggins alley-oop.
Oh, she was celebrating with them?
Well, I don't think intentionally. Like, they all just started going over towards her, and then she's in the middle of it.
It was a
But
whole
she
domino
said,
effect.
On Bam Adebayo, in my eyes, he's perfect. He's perfect. He can do no wrong. Obviously, he's a human, but the support that he gives is just trust. It's incredible to know that I've kind of met my match. Wow.
Now they got to get married now.
Goosey's
I need
galore,
that.
dude.
Yeah, that is Goosey's.
Wow. How about that?
No -1 here.
Nah, I will never give you a -1 for that.
Goosey's galore.
I will give you a -1 for your garbage domino skills, though.
Jeez, all right. You still held on to that, huh? I mean,
Yep.
like it was just
Hey,
one.
right. If you were so mad, you should have just brought your own dominoes for media day, and you didn't.
I know.
Can't do the
I
same bit
did.
every year.
Hey, man. Hey, clearly you guys
Call him up.
dominoes.
Dade South says she sounds like Will Campbell talking about Drake May.
That's a good one.
But it comes when you're talking about what, a 3 or 4 time MVP. It comes from a different place.
I'm telling you this right now. She wants a different ring.
Sounds like it.
Because she's she's publicly letting everybody know that's her man. And we've all known about this relationship for a couple of years now. But the way you're saying I've met my match and all of that.
Well, no Christmas game this year. Maybe he does a Christmas engagement.
There's going to be an engagement on the court sooner rather than later.
Maybe you do it after you win the NBA Cup in Vegas.
And you just get married in Vegas. Have Elvis
exactly,
have
dude.
Elvis be the minister.
I love how you guys have jumped so
Wow,
far.
I think it's a good idea.
I don't see that.
Wow.
Have a fake Elvis marry you guys. Like,
I mean, I would like that. That'd be fun.
you, Bam Adebayo, take Miss Asia Wilson to be your lawfully wedded wife.
He could even sing the song down the aisle.
Thank you very much.
You have Elvis sing and be the justice? Oh, come on, man. You can't beat that.
Wise man's. It's a terrible.
Only fools fall in love. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Hey.
No wonder it's a drive-through wedding.
Can I have a courtside seat?
Please send $20 to little Lisa Marie right there. Little Lisa Marie's taking all the donations right there.
Anybody want to hear J House rock? Anybody want to hear Hound Dog? I see him over there, Davion Mitchell.
Excuse me, everyone. I just ate a burrito.
Oh, man.
That's from Eddie Murphy. Take
a break.
Remember when Elvis had the crappy walk when he was fat?
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah,
It was
doing
sad.
He was in Vegas.
He went down a terrible hole with that stuff.
Died on the crapper in
Yep.
Graceland.
Yep.
That's not the way you want to go.
Didn't he have some other stuff in him though?
Yeah, he was taking
drugs.
A lot.
Yeah, lots.
Take a break. Back after this. All right, let's bury some people. You're dead to me. Gonna talk a little UFC coming up with our guy Bo Nickal, who's gonna be on the card this weekend, UFC 322. So we'll talk to Bo coming up in about 10 minutes. But first, let's bury some people. First off, a little injury news on the Dolphins. Austin Jackson doubtful to return against the Dolphins, but he has started practicing. So I would say probably after the bye.
Yeah, he'd be ready. January 5th?
Yeah, about that, dude. Something like that.
Last game is what, January 3rd?
Yep. Here's who's dead to me. They're dead on arrival. The Tampa Bay Lightning. Because even though my rage was first pointed at that rat bastard, Kenny Atkinson, don't think I've forgotten about you, John Cooper, and your antics in the preseason. So dead to me, DOA, dead on arrival. The Cats are coming for you tomorrow night. You're dead. Lightning, all of you. And that smug John Pooper. He's New Orleans. You want to talk about the coaches that are enemies of me? Kenny Atkinson, JJ Redick, smug. And John Cooper, also smug. Dead to me.
You come up with a new petty list every week.
No, for real.
Smug.
He's been on one this whole week with the same two people.
And another thing. Hey, so when do the Pinks play? Is it this week?
Tomorrow.
So what's dead to me is MLS. Like, look, you had me. You had me interested. I enjoy watching the Pinks play. I don't necessarily understand everything's going on. They all cry way too much. They're all roll on the field. I never know when the game ends, but I like watching, Messi for the local team.
Mm-hmm.
But how long does the playoffs go? Holy smokes. We've been at this a month. You just barely through the first round.
I think the finals in December.
Like, come on.
Play Sunday, by the way.
So,
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday,
like,
I'm sorry.
Sunday at 5 against Cincinnati.
I want to be supportive. I really do. But
they play next week. I don't even think they play this week, Vlad.
I'm trying to look at the schedule right now.
I think they play the 20th.
She's making my point even more.
I think they play Sunday the 23rd. That's when the playoffs resume. Because I remember Dan Day telling me
yes,
they
yes.
have a week off. So I think
play,
they're off. They're on next week.
They play Cincinnati at 5 p.m. and then Philadelphia plays New York City FC 7:45.
Yeah, so they don't play till next week.
And it's one game, right? This is one game.
This is a
game,
one-off.
right. So they've been off for 2
They
weeks.
got Thanksgiving,
Well, you know what?
Come on.
Right? I'm gonna double you up on that. Not only is MLS, you're dead to me with that. This is not you're dead to me, but now they're thinking of changing the schedule and having go against the big Premier Leagues like Premier League and La Liga and Bundesliga and all of them. They want to go against the European leagues at the same time, which is
as much as I'm a fan of the Bundesliga. I don't know. I mean, I got to stay loyal to the Pinks.
I mean, I wish I could watch them.
Well, you can on the 23rd. You're dead. Save the
That's
date.
what is that? 3 weeks? 3 weeks from the last playoff game?
That's next Sunday.
Yeah,
that's got to be 3 weeks, right?
I don't think the Dolphins don't play next Sunday. You get the bye, so you can just get ready for football
instead of football.
Yep.
Man, come on. Yeah, $5. $5 says you'll forget that they play on Sunday.
I'm not betting money that I'll lose.
But you're the one that wants to watch it, so
no, I know. But
are
I'm
you
just
gonna
saying,
forget it?
That's why they're dead to me. I like.
It's also on Apple TV. Do you have that?
Yeah. So, hey, man.
Well, just making sure.
Cut it out.
What? Don't get mad at me.
Of course I got Apple TV. Why would I be complaining about a game I can't watch?
I would have. I don't mean to be rude.
Oh my God.
I don't mean to be rude. But
You are
like
not going to do
50-50 that you knew it was on Apple TV. Like you
No,
probably.
yeah, I watched. You're the worst.
I'm sorry. I don't remember the last time you come in with the thought of the Pinks.
You've been mad at the world and now I got to catch some shrapnel. I knew it was coming at some point.
Listen, I don't have the Pinks package. I did the first season. I bandwagoned it. Then they were like, "Yeah, I'm like $70 again to watch the Pinks." Like, I feel like they're on other TV too much. But they did announce they're just adding it to Apple TV next year, which is nice. So then I'll watch more of the Pinks next year. You know, new stadium, new TV package.
They are building that so quickly. It's scary.
Well, better. Messi, I mean, time's ticking on Messi's career.
That's right by your house.
Every-
More traffic.
No, so where I'm always getting the train, it's actually right by there. And I pass by there every single time I'm on the way to the studio, so I see it.
Oh, so you can give us daily updates on progress.
Yeah, every time I pass by, I look over, there's a new garage being built, and it's just crazy to me how quickly they do this.
Right.
You take a tour every time you go there? Is that why you're late?
Yes, that's exactly what I do.
Hey,
no, I drive around it, okay?
Hey, what did you think was going to happen, Jennifer? You gotta know this man by now, especially the way he been all week. Come on.
No, for real.
I've been normal all week.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
You did it petty.
What wrong? The Alex Gonzalez take?
Alex Gonzalez, Kenny Atkinson.
He
I don't won the battle, but he lost the war.
He did lose the war.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he lost the war, dude. Who's dead to you, Jennifer?
I mean, I don't really have one this week. It's kind of like a reoccurring one. AI once again is dead to me this week because now I've seen more of people using it to exaggerate like a travel destination and it's not really how it looks like, or mainly news, because you know how things have gotten really intense over time and now people are just faking news and I don't like that. You're giving us false information.
Do you have like an example that like got you?
Marcos, what do you mean?
Marcos being a realtor?
Marcos being
Oh my god, that's another one. Like, I can't even tell what he's doing anymore these days.
What is he selling? Lily pads?
I don't know. I guess, and I think now he's getting into car washing. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on.
Frog car wash.
Froggy splash. Froggy wash.
That's a good name.
I like it.
Who's dead to you, Vlad?
Justin Fields.
You're dead to me.
Oh, you done with that experiment?
I've been done with that experiment, but man, all the talent in the world, his wife. Why is his Wi-Fi so slow? Like, I don't understand. The guy cannot process. His Wi-Fi is dial-up while everybody's on 4K.
He's buffering.
Like, buffering. I would have at least. I would take the buffering. It's just like
he does. He does kind of pick up on, like, it's almost like it's not that he's not picking up on it. Here's what happens, Vlad. When you come out of college, you're used to seeing guys open and you throw to the open guy.
Especially
it's hard for some quarterbacks to throw a guy open. You understand what I'm saying? So he sees where the ball should go, but if the guy ain't there yet, he pats the ball.
Well, he's a patter and he takes a long time to process.
Yeah.
It's not good. All the talent. I wish him well. But
just for somebody else.
Yeah, man. Give me Mendoza, man.
Kind of sounds like you wish him no success anymore.
No, I wish him success, just not with the Jets. You know, it's Rap City, USA.
Can't blame you. All right, that is your dead to me. The Dolphins getting set for Commanders this weekend. The Panthers, they got the Lightning tomorrow at 5. We got UFC tomorrow. I want to gamble on this one. This is a fun card. Yeah, a lot of fun fights. For some reason, my Hard Rock app is acting all crazy though.
I've heard a lot of people saying their Hard Rock app has been like weird. Like they'll just start like doing a buffer itself.
That's what's going on right now. I was trying to like look at the lines for this weekend because Makhachev is like a -330 favorite over Jack Della Maddalena. And I do kind of agree. Like, I think Islam is going to win, but I might take a little chili pepper on Jack Della. You know, I mean, Dustin Poirier had a pretty good fight against Islam. I mean, crazy to think that he can make this. Maybe I just bet the fight to go to the distance, something like that. I don't know. I can't see the odds right now. I can't see the odds. This thing's acting. This acting's all crazy. Dade South says Tobin is Jack Deli. Oh no. So, and then Heat tonight. get my settle down, watch the NBA Cup. Then the Heat are off until Monday. Boots on the ground, back on Monday against the Knicks. So we'll have to see what goes on there and what's what.
So we had two back-to-back games against the same team, huh?
Yes.
Right.
We'll see if we'll see what Mike Brown's got to do. Maybe
Back in the day, they used to do a lot of home and homes back-to-back, though.
Yeah, the home and home is not new. It's new when you're in town and you doing the same team in the same city. That's a new post-COVID thing that they've done.
Right.
They started doing like, oh, you'd play the Bucks twice. They're going to be staying in Miami, and everybody wants to do the stay down here. And the reason for it, because it's supposed to be easier on the body, Kenny Atkinson. It's supposed to have less wear and tear.
Oh, Tobes, you know whose birthday was yesterday?
Who?
Vinny Testaverde.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You recognize him?
Dude.
Come on. You knew it was going to go that way.
He did make me cough blood once.
Who, Vinny?
Yeah.
How? He punched you?
No.
He punched you.
No. He threw me a lollipop. And then I got crushed.
Jeez. What'd you say to him after you gathered yourself?
We got
Or did
back
he
to
say
the
sorry
huddle.
right away?
We got back to the huddle. I was trying to make sure all my faculties were there. I could taste blood in my mouth. He said, "My bad." I'm like, "You think?"
Damage is done.
Yeah.
So that's why you didn't recognize him.
No, I didn't recognize him because, dude, he had a head full of gray hair. Caught me off guard. Honestly. That's all it was.
Man. Is Bernie doing okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to him two days ago. He's
I see the liver thing is that's the what's
yeah. They're just treating all the symptoms until they can maybe find get him a liver. So I don't know where that is. I'm like, I just ask him if he's all right, if he needs anything, because to ask him, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, it's stressful.
Right.
I got you.
Right.
I just feel like with Bernie, he's so positive. He's always going to say he's all right.
No, yeah, he is. He'll stay positive, but he lets you know what's going on.
All right. I hope he's doing all right. Saw him do his video from social media. I was like, oh boy, hope he's all right. Hope he's all right. Today we got to gather ourselves. We get ready for this game. We hope the Heat can continue their lead in the NBA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, point differential matters. First off, get the win. Numero uno. Stay unbeaten. I don't know who the Bucks got. They're on our heels. Who do they got tonight?
Either Charlotte or the Bulls.
Charlotte. Jeez. That's not great. Milwaukee's a 9.5 point favorite tonight.
Yeah.
Against Charlotte?
Yep.
You think I would be wrong if I took all the double digit dogs in the NFL?
There's not that many.
There's not many. Do you say it's right at 9.5?
Pretty good week this week. There's a pretty good slate of games this week. So
might not have the opportunity because I told you yesterday I'd take the Jets. I'm not.
Yeah, you got the Jets. The biggest spread is the Browns. The Browns are the biggest dog of the week. They're 7.5.
Yeah, but no.
No, because it'll be 13-10, and
maybe you'll get Shador. Maybe that'll be that'll be why.
I was, you know how I am with that. I was a proponent of, they see him every day, and what happens is, regardless of what your talent is, you have to put yourself in a position where a coach and a team feels comfortable with you being out there with the calls, with the play calls, with the checks, and all that. And sometimes you could be very talented, but if you can't do those things, then they won't put you in. And so I've said that, and everybody says, "Oh, you're just another Shador hater." And I'm like, no, I'm telling you how it works. Like the talent part of it is a part of it. Yes, you need to be talented to play quarterback, but there's so many other things before you have a chance to use that talent that you need to be able to do. But now, after 4 weeks of Dylan Gabriel, I'm like Tobin. Let's see what you got. Because, like,
Feels
holy
good sometimes.
smokes. Huh?
It feels good sometimes to just say, hey, let's see what he's got.
It does, but
about it. Don't
but
apologize.
My only fear is if the reasons why he's not playing has nothing to do with his talent, how are you going to get around that? How are you going to get around the checks and the mic calls and all that stuff you see a quarterback do pre-snap?
I get you. We'll take a break. Talk a little fighting coming on up. It's a Fight Friday. Bo Nickal going to be fighting at UFC 322. He joins us next. Very excited to talk to our next guest. Always a pleasure when he gives us time. The great Bo Nickal joining us here. You guys can watch him, UFC 322. Excited to see you back in there, man. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. Weight cut and everything's going good this week. Fight week's been smooth, so just looking forward to getting in the cage on Saturday.
Yeah, you said something on Instagram. Like, did you like do anything different about the weight? Like, was it just a smoother type of thing, or anything that changed from the last time around?
Yeah, it's just been smoother, you know. It's kind of interesting. Every weight cut's different, and you just got to roll with the punches sometimes. Some of them are tougher, some of them are smoother, and yeah, this one's been smooth.
How's the mentals been in this training camp, man? I mean, like, you've never shied away from all the pressure that's on you, but you know, okay, you take the first loss. I imagine that happens in mixed martial arts, dude. Like, it's that's the sport. Did it feel any less burdened? Did you feel any freer going into this camp? Did it feel like a restart? What was the mental side of all of it?
I think that for me, the mental side, every time I've lost in the past in my wrestling career and dealing with that, I've always just been able to use that as motivation and really, it really lights a fire underneath me, and it ignites like a lot of competitiveness. So I feel really motivated and excited to compete again. I think that my last loss, the fight didn't go the way I wanted it to, and I think that I learned a lot from that. But I would say mentally, it just has motivated me more than anything. So I'm excited to get back in there.
Did you like try anything different, or did you just feel like it was all part of the learning process? Like, how did you handle it as far as preparation?
How did I handle this fight?
Yeah, just like off of a lot. Did you feel like you had to like revamp everything, or did you just feel like, no, we got to tweak, we learn, and just be, whatever the next thing is, it's just another fight?
Yeah, no, I don't think I really felt like I needed to revamp anything. It's just part of life, everyone experiences losses and they experience, things not going their way. So for me, it's just, I know I need to get back to training, get back to getting better and improving. And I think that, I just take what I can learn from that experience and move on. It's something that for me, again, I've experienced losses many times. I can look at high school losing in the state finals and college losing the NCAA championship, losing the Olympic trials finals. And these things have been like springboards for me in my career and have just helped me get better. So I think that those experiences helped me deal with this past one, mentally, and just really use it as fuel and move forward with it.
Because can you maybe speak to like, how does like wrestling help with all that? Because I was just calling a fight for Gable Stevenson. He did dirty boxing, right? And I was like thinking to myself the entire week, like, damn, there's a lot of pressure on him, because it's like the only victory is like you got to steamroll a guy or people are going to have things to say, and you've had that burden too. Does wrestling just help, because you guys just seem so mentally sharp with a lot of this stuff?
Yeah, you just have so many reps as a wrestler, right? Like, from 5-6 years old, you go through competitions, you're in intense environments, and there's, in your mind, you can play it up to make it seem like there's a lot on the line, even when you're very young. So I think you just go through this many, many times and you experience those emotions and you just learn how to deal with it. It's not necessarily about like controlling your emotions to make you feel a certain way, but it's just like being able to deal with the pressure and deal with the emotions that come with performing at this level. So I think just the more you do that, the more you're prepared the next time.
Did you watch any of that? Did you see how his striking looked in that event?
Yeah, I thought he looked great. I mean, Gable's a guy that's an unbelievable athlete, unbelievable talent. He's been able to cross over and do a bunch of different stuff. And I think that the thing I was most excited about is him talking about his passion for fighting and how excited he is to do it. And I think that, he's a guy that can pretty much be successful at whatever he wants. So, him picking fighting, I don't have any doubt that he's going to continue to improve and get better and have a lot of success.
If he did ask you, I don't know, what the relationship is with you guys, but like if he did ask you, obviously he's a guy with a lot of big aspirations too. What would you tell him about like the journey into the UFC? Because I remember coming into the Contender Series, like, boom, let's get to the main events right away. Like, what would you say about the experience of all that and how to handle a career?
Yeah, I mean, him and I are probably going to be in similar situations where people are going to want to push him and move him forward really quickly. I would say just like try to get as many good competitive sparring rounds as you can and when it took me a long time to like sort out I guess like my style and pick like how I wanted to fight, especially because at the beginning of my career, like everything worked for me, right? Like, it was really little resistance in all my fights. So I would say, figure out how you want to fight, stick to that, and just keep improving your skills every day. Don't feel like when you meet adversity that just I guess prior to that even coming, just expect it, every single time you step out. Like at some point somebody's going to sprawl, stuff a takedown, and things aren't going to work perfectly. So I guess, plan for that and train for that accordingly. But he's got a lot of great guys around him. And, I know he's worked a lot with like John Jones. And so, he's going to be fine.
When the loss happens and whatnot, like we all know fight fans are very fickle. The rats are jumping off the ship and all that. Like, was that challenging at all, or did you have anybody, like, what was your support system like, as far as just like, you got still a lot of great stuff in front of you? Is it family? Is it friends? Is it hobbies? Like, what were the things that kind of just kept you centered on everything?
Well, what was interesting for me that I didn't really expect, you hear stories of fighters losing, and then all of a sudden, like, everybody is, gone. There's nobody there after that. And for me, it was kind of the opposite. I felt like after I lost, I actually had more people reach out and show love and support than I did after my wins, which to me was really cool. It says that I'm surrounded by a lot of great people, and all the people that I'm around are very real and genuine. So I appreciated that, and I'm definitely a very family-oriented guy, relationship-oriented guy. So the people that I'm really close with, they were all there for me just the same. And I know they love me and they want me to win, but that's not the reason that they're here. They just like me for me, and I feel the same for them. So we're all able to support each other in that way.
So prepping for Rodolfo Vieira, how did you, like, what were the things that you felt you had to be most prepped for in this matchup? What are the things you sharpened up to get the win in this one?
I think that after my last two fights, prepping for jiu-jitsu guys, and now a third jiu-jitsu based guy, I felt prepared in that department. But one of the things mentally that I guess switched is really focusing more on myself versus my opponent. And of course, the matchup is important, but really this fight camp, I've focused more on just getting better and improving my skills, and not really worrying about what my opponent's going to do. So plans go out there and just dictate the pace, the tempo, and control the fight as best I can. And really, I'm just focused on me.
And what was the reason for that? Like, was that a something you found within yourself? Did a coach talk to you about that? Like, what did you think that was the necessary switch on that to go from more focused on you being you-centric?
I think that, that was something for me in wrestling that was always really important. It was not really, worrying about who I was going to wrestle, just going out there and competing the way that I know how. And so, with fighting, you have to, I felt like I needed to make adjustments because I have so long to prepare for one guy. So I felt like, I needed to really like get ready for this specific guy. And I think that over my last two fights, I kind of learned that that's not necessarily the best strategy for me, especially because I'm so young and I'm just still improving everywhere. So I think that getting back to my roots, getting back to that focus, like similar to how I was in wrestling, where I'm just focused on myself and developing my skills and improving and getting better, I think that'll be what's best for me. And I felt like I made a lot of really big gains in camp, partially because of that.
Well, I'm thrilled to watch it, man. It's always a pleasure watching you in action. UFC 322. Go check out Bo Nickal coming up this weekend from Madison Square Garden. Thanks for the time, man. Always appreciate you. Best of luck in your career, and always enjoy seeing you do your thing.
Thank you. Have a good one.